Let's save the world.
Let's save the world. Yes. Hello and welcome to All on the Table. I am Jen Giggles as usual. I am game mastering this week for our monthly rotation of shows. They will all be officially starting on October 1st here, the first Saturday in October here on this channel. But we do have some other shows starting up before then. That'll be weekly instead of our rotating month, our monthly shows that we usually get. Joining me today, we have Nick, who likes to come in and play sometimes on our Saturday shows, and Kevin. And today we're going to be playing the Everyday Heroes Cinematic Adventure for Pacific Rim. We're going to see how this goes. It is a strange game situation that's going on, but I think we can pull it off. With only 2 players, I'm going to have to nerf some things, and we'll see what happens. But we'll go from there. Just a second here.
We're just the only team you need.
Finishing up a couple things in OBS as not everything was set correctly.
We can take it. The Spalding brothers have never been defeated.
Only by each other.
There we go. That'll do just fine. All right, so we Nick is playing Owen Spalding, and Kevin is playing Luke Spalding. And we'll see what happens today. So let's get the game going.
It's easy to remember. He's my little brother.
Aren't I the taller one?
No, that's not how I tell it.
All right. We're opening our scene here. The Situation Room at the PBDC Shatterdome on Isla Isabela is a cold metal chamber wrapped around uncomfortable chairs. There's a steel table, a wall-sized communication screen, and a glass looking down onto the low-scent mission control room. The Shatterdome's communication hub. Jaeger pilots, military tacticians, engineers, and brilliant minds gather here to discuss missions, create strategies, and plan a defense against the kaiju. Cheery Lily Zhao, the Shatterdome's head communications engineer, waves at you from her seat at the table. You recognize several other pilots in the room, but 2 individuals are unknown. Marshal Caleb Lehman, the military and strategic head of your Jaeger division, clears his throat and stands. May I present Dr. Thomas West, head of R&D for PPDC, and Dr. Ise Kettelsdotter, an Icelandic engineer with a challenging proposal for our program, says Marshal Lehman. These fine folks have developed a new technology codenamed Catalyst. Catalyst is a cutting-edge system that supercharges heavy ions. Your usual Jaegers, since there's just the 2 of you, it's Rainbow Serpent, has been modified with Catalyst technology. Rangers, your mission is to test Catalyst against a group of Category 1 and 2 kaiju sighted in the South Pacific Ocean. Consult with the good doctors and then report to your Jaegers to give them a good, solid test, pilots. Really see what these systems can do. We'll be watching you from here.
Multiple kaiju at once. Wow.
They changed my ship. Like, without asking?
Gotta go with the waves, little brother. We'll be okay.
Dr. West leans forward and says, of course we made the modifications. They were necessary to test the systems. And we don't need your permission to do anything. You work for us.
Besides, it's a robot. It's not a ship. not going sailing. We're going giant alien punching.
Smooth as ever.
That's me.
They better not have messed with any of the custom settings. That's all I have to say.
That's true. I don't want to be in your brain while you're relearning that. It's confusing enough as it is.
All right. Do you guys have any questions for Dr. West or Dr. Kettlestutter?
Yes, doctors. What are we expecting the kaijus to be equipped with?
So the kaiju themselves are just normal kaiju. We're expecting to be able to fight them at better than we have in the past. The catalyst system needs a good field test, a nice beta test to make sure that it's working properly, and that's what we're here to do.
Did he just say normal kaiju?
I've never heard of anyone describe kaiju as normal. Now I'm really scared. They're like fingerprints, Doctor. Didn't they tell you anything about these monsters? No two are alike.
Correct. No two are alike. At this point, Dr. Kettle's daughter interrupts Dr. West and says, "No, it's okay. They're just fine. You know, they're just kaiju. There's nothing special about them beyond the fact that they're kaiju. Your Jaeger has been outfitted to handle more kaiju at once than normally would happen. So you're going to take on a level 1 and a level 2 kaiju at the same time. They're coming through. So if you look at the display, you can see more information."
Okay,
right.
Doc.
Seems like the wave's coming in, little brother. Let's hang 10.
Just tell... One second. What can this catalyst do on our Jaeger?
So the catalyst system on your Jaeger, as Dr. West says, well, what it does is it makes your system, your Jaeger stronger. You're going to be able to hit harder and take more damage from a kaiju before you need to before you have to get repaired. So it should be able to protect you as well as impact the kaiju harder when you hit them.
Okay. Guess we'll see how that works.
Starting to feel a little bit better about this day.
Well, so long as they didn't downgrade any of our existing systems, we should be just fine.
I think so. Let's get to the rainbow.
Right behind you.
Yeah.
All right.
Aren't you always?
So I can flick you in the back of the head.
You could catch me.
Who always does that?
Just a moment here. Let's
Rainbow Serpent.
open up again.
Running through the hallways recklessly, accidentally knocking a few people over the way that only a couple of twins who believe themselves to be rock stars can.
I mean, we are rock stars.
I mean, yeah, we are rock stars, yes.
Hey,
Oops. Shouldn't have been walking the other direction.
We're like the only Jaeger team right now. Come on.
Honestly, don't they know that there's a
right.
battle going on? Come on, people, drills.
all right, let's get going here.
It's okay.
And Marshall Lehman is interrupting everybody, getting everybody refocused. The holographic display at the center of the steel table flickers to life, depicting two semi-transparent images of the kaiju. The monsters are in motion, as if their movements are replicated through the direct feed from their current location. So they're being watched by the drones that are paying attention to it. Lily, giddy to name the kaiju, steps up and points to one, and excuse me, says, "This is Trespasser. what we're thinking here is that it's a very fast and quick kaiju. It's going to be smacking you harder than usual and taking care of things in a rapid fire fashion without much concern for any of the without much concern for the other one involved. The second one she motions at, this is category 2. It's tougher, and we're calling it Onibaba. It's kind of got one of those it looks like a Japanese Oni mask on. It's kind of what the face is described as, and it seems to be just solid attack muscle. It seems to have come through with some damage. We're not sure what was going on the other side of everything, but Onibaba will be hitting you. If you look closely at it, you'll see that there's a crack in the armor across its faceplate, and it's covered in spines. And
are the spines that we're seeing all around its body, or concentrated in one spot, or in an area?
Doesn't seem they seem to it seems to be around the core, like its body, not on its arms, just around the core. And it seems that it definitely have like one of its legs is definitely damaged. It's not moving as fast. So there seems to have been some kind of fight between the kaiju at some point, or at least this one came in already, was sent in incomplete, or there was something happened in transit through, when it came out of the antiverse.
Well, Command, way I'm seeing it, looks like we're going to be taking down the big slow guy first, finish him off while we dodge Mr. Dancer over there.
That is, and Lily says, that's
Trespasser, I believe you designated him.
Yeah. I mean, excuse me. She says, yeah, you've got Trespasser, the smaller, faster one, and Onibaba's is the big guy that's got a little bit of extra damage, category 2. And as you guys start moving through, so you're dismissed and sent over, and as you guys leave the room, you're dismissed. You have to you get into your people mover. Think Star Wars, you've seen them. This is a little cart that drives all the X-Wing pilots around. And as you go, Dr. Kettle's daughter comes through the headsets you guys have on. So the first things that you've got is these anti-ballistic shields. They'll be there to help, and you can turn them on and off. They'll just function as you go. You've got hard impact weapons. So when you just punch something, it's going to do more damage. It's a much stronger primary offensive attack. And there's extra reinforcement around the musculature of the Jaeger. So it's going to allow you to, be faster if necessary through the legs. So you'll have a little bit extra speed when you're dashing.
Okay. Well, I like the sound of the hard impact plasma casters. It's about time they upgraded our primary weapon systems.
Indeed. Shooting with this outdated model for a couple of years now.
All right. And as you pull into the actual Shatter Dome and the heart of the Shatter Dome, the Jaeger Bay, you see you come into several. There's a few. You come into the spot where the Jaegers are kept, and there are a few open slots. There are currently fewer Jaegers than there are pilots in the Shatter Dome, and so you're looking at it. There's only currently 3 functioning Jaegers. There is On the left side, when you come in, all three are right across from you. On your left, you're going to see Comet Hyperion. It's a mechanical beast built through us with Australian ingenuity, and it is stockier and it is stocky. It is slow. It looks like a tank. It is built to be beefy and take punches. On the far right, there's a smaller looking Jaeger. Its legs are backwards, spring loaded, kind of like a praying mantis, and it is the Samba Lancer. You've met with the pilots. You know who usually takes that one. And then right in the middle is yours, the sleek, modern Rainbow Serpent. A study in efficiency, this red and blue marvel. Obviously, it's yours. You think it's a great, marvelous machine. It's aerodynamic, flexible, and designed to move in the exact way that its pilots do. A true icon of humanity. These three Jaegers that are here, they have been on the front lines multiple times. You've taken out Category 1 and 2 kaiju frequently. You've worked with other pilots to take out the occasional 3, but you're just right here. And this is your arena. This is your suit of armor. In your Jaegers, you're not just pilots, you're gods. And the world is waiting. Okay.
Hey, little brother.
It's time to ascend.
At this point, you're going to roll for drift. And since you're siblings, I'll have you roll with advantage. So roll 2d20.
Yeah, how do we roll in here?
Just
we actually need
roll your
dice
physical dice, because we don't have a die roller right now.
Gotcha. I'll grab some. 1 second.
What do we add to our drift check? Proficiency?
So it's literally just
Or is it
just
initiative?
just a straight roll.
Oh, okay. 18 is Owen's drift roll.
Okay.
Working out of the drop it.
Easing, yeah. Little
You
brother.
could instead of taking advantage, you can just roll with a +5. The rules say if you're unacquainted, you get a -5. If you're acquaintances or rivals, it's a -2. If you're friends, it's just average. Close is +5. Family would be close. Inseparable is a +10. I don't think you'd qualify for a +10 on the sync. So
No, I got a 14.
14. Okay. You have a you have a solid connection between you. And
Always.
you get the best bonuses on all between the two of you. You get the best bonuses on any ability checks
Nice.
that are gonna you get the best bonuses between the two of you for all of your checks that you're making, and on your any natural ones, you actually re-roll those checks.
So we have the halfling lucky going for us. All right.
Yep. All right, so attacking, dealing damage, it's all basically the same as it is for everything else that occurs. When you're doing it, you treat the only thing that can happen is if you're taking damage, you can take system trauma, which means something becomes more damaged. So keep in mind, you do have that extra shield, which reduces trauma issues. So, all right. And you guys hop in, you're going through your sync, and now you are in as you suit up, you're going through the whole suit up process, and as you go, Lily is talking to you. All right, Rangers, listen up. Lily's voice beams cheerily through helmets of your drive suit. Like I said in the Citrum, the PPDC has me tracking two smaller kaiju, the one Cat 2 and one Cat 3. Your mission is to engage and destroy. You feel the lurch as the 3 Jump Hawk helicopters latch onto your Jaeger and begin to lift it from the Jaeger bay. They will airdrop you into position once you reach the area where the kaiju were last seen. All right, you're on your way. You can practically see Lily's bright smile. I'm downloading the kaiju's last known location to your maps right now. Remember, there are 4 PPDC spotter ships in the area. They're tracking the kaiju for you, but they'll disengage when you get there. Watch out for them and keep them safe. Static crackles through the channel as Lily continues. Oh, and watch out for coral reefs. Jaegers can get hung up on them if you're not careful. Remember, you're on camera and all the folks back in the city are counting on you. That city being Lima, Peru. And your Jaeger Bay was on the Galapagos Islands.
Cool.
Don't worry, I'll be here in your ears the whole way. Go get 'em. As you fly through, there's a storm over the South Pacific today, whipping up water into a froth and tossing things around. Amid the waves, you see 4 sturdy-looking marine vessels flying PPDC colors. Ahead of you, you see the turbulent wake and the creatures causing it. 2 hulking kaiju crossing the northern part of the sea, heading straight towards the city of Lima. A computer voice recites blankly in your helmet comms, preparing you for the drift. And this is where your roles will come in. Pilot hemispheres linked and ready to engage. There's the kaiju, Lily's voice echoes. Drop away. You feel a gut-wrenching lurch as the Jump Hawks disengage their lead lines and your Jaeger falls to the sea. A rush as water envelops you, and then your Jaeger's legs slam into hard earth beneath the rolling waves. As the Jaeger drive fully activates, the mental link between you and your partner engages. Neural handshake established. Neural handshake strong and holding. An explosion of memories flood through your mind, and as you are propelled into the drift. Would each of you please share one memory that's defining of your characters? Good, bad, doesn't matter. Some childhood memory, maybe
our own character,
academy, something like that.
Owen remembers a day when Luke came and told him that he was joining the military. It was a proud day. Owen had received his first promotion after succeeding from officer's training, and was very proud that his little brother was going to follow in the footsteps of the family. I'll always remember today, little brother. You're doing the family proud, and I can't wait to fly right alongside you. And the memory fades out.
Luke remembers the first time that he was approached to be a Jaeger pilot, having been an Air Force mechanic at that point. When the call went out for Jaeger pilots, we had always been a close sibling pair, and so we had tested and gotten good results. And when we finally got that, it was both pride and dread. Never really wanted the military life, and now I was going into the thick of it. But was glad to be doing it with such an awesome brother, though I would never actually say it.
Cheer up, little brother. We'll be fine. They fixed all the Gen 1 problems. No one's brain's getting scrambled anymore.
They tell us that, and it makes me more worried.
You worry too much.
So, are you left hand and I'm right hand? That seems fitting.
That does seem fitting.
Okay. All right. And
That means I have the
As-
plasma cannon.
We both have plasma cannons.
Was it on
It's
both
one
sides?
in each arm,
Oh,
and
it is
the
double
cutters.
sided. Yeah. Oh, that's right.
yeah,
We got
Rainbow
everything on both
Serpent's
sides.
solid
Yeah.
Jaeger. As you approach the two kaiju, you see one of the spotter ships, the Santa Rosa, has become fouled up by a kaiju. And
Which kaiju?
That's lovely, isn't it? It's going to be fouled up by Onibaba, the
Never can
bigger
get
of the
clear.
two.
At least it's the target. Start charging one of the plasma casters. Both sounds good.
The sailors aboard are screaming as the
Hey, Owen,
kaiju's toxic
wanna try
spine
out
spikes are starting to corrode the ship. So
You know
you're
I
going to
do.
have to definitely get over there and save it. Lily even pops in and says, "You can't wait until they clear the reefs. You've got to get in there now. Otherwise, the Santa Rosa and all hands will die."
Ionic hard impact plasma casters as we run forward, and then we charge up.
So, charging up. Clipping in. Bursting through those periodically low and high waves as we manage to get a little bit of progress, take a big wave, a little more progress, gets slammed into.
Okay. So at this point, we are rolling initiative. So whichever one of you has the better initiative stat, go ahead and
probably
add
me.
that to your roll to add your bonus to the kaiju's or to your Jaeger stats.
I don't have a
Initiative-
specific initiative proficiency, do you?
It's still Dex, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
It's
I've got a
still
plus
Dex.
4 in Dex.
Okay, then you
Plus,
are higher. Go for
I
it.
get advantage on initiative checks, assuming my fast reflexes applies while in a Jaeger.
Yep, they apply. You had it's a group check and the highest total comes.
Since
So
we're-
you get both of those lovely stats.
I rolled a 4 and a 5 with advantage. So we got a 9. Stupid dice.
Does your Jaeger, if your Jaeger has a bonus to initiative, you also take that. Keep that
Do we
in
have a
mind.
bonus? I don't know if we do. Where would it say? I don't see anything that says that it does.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. That's probably the light one that gets that. Okay, 9 it is.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Get some bad rolls out. Oh.
We get right to within engagement distance, and an unlucky wave just takes us and nearly puts us off balance, which
Just
slows
cuts
us
the
down.
momentum, yeah. Or we hit a riptide, and it's pulling us away, and we're just like, ah!
One leg just starts getting dragged, and you have to pull yourself out.
And of course, it was my leg. It's the right leg.
You gotta slide through those, bro, and you can't get sucked in.
I got excited.
Well, you guys are still going first.
Advantage.
Luckily, it looks like the slow fat one managed to screw up as well. Must get stuck in some muck.
All right, so can we have activated the ionic hard impact plasma caster catalyst before combat, or does that have to be during? Like, because it's an action, right?
So It's still an action, so you're just ready to shoot right off the bat. There's no wasting in time or anything. You can go ahead and fire as soon as you're in range.
What range are we at this point?
Okay.
You're close enough. You're close enough.
Are we close range, or are we at our medium range?
I would say medium now. You if you're going to shoot it, you're starting at medium range.
All right.
Serpent, can we close to within range now, or will we not be able to? Will we not be able to manage that before our next shot is available?
You can close. Your Jaeger is so you can use that catalyst.
I see. We've got the 4 that we can move. So if we're starting at medium, then we can get into into short by definition.
With that, you can utilize the catalyst ability and just jump right in.
Oh, the momentum, like to dash.
Yeah, that bonus. You get extra movement, so you can move into that close range and hit it.
Okay, because we were gonna do the.
We were gonna move it and
first,
shoot,
right?
not go in and charge
you can
it.
still move in right next to it and shoot it. That's fine. Yeah, just remember there's a boat there, so you don't want to miss.
You know,
We're gonna give ourselves an angle so that it's not in the line of fire.
we never miss.
We're getting ourselves a nice sight angle for the shot where there's no danger behind the target.
Okay, so point of clarification for this system: do personal features and talents affect the Jaeger?
Yes, they do.
Because I have surprise attack and the vital strikes and everything.
Yeah, it's. I'm looking it up here to confirm. Just a moment.
Because that changes a lot. Because technically, it's within engaged range with an ally of ours, which means I can hit it with vital strikes because it's essentially sneak attack, which would give us far more damage.
Yeah, go right ahead.
All right, so we attack. Do you have things that add to attacks too? Because we act in synchro, right?
It's whoever has the best bonus for that particular thing.
Okay.
Okay.
So I have advantage on the attack because it hasn't acted yet, because this is a surprise attack. And then...
Okay. I don't have anything better than that, certainly.
And then I'm attacking with one of the plasma casters, and then you have the other one. So, all right. So I attack with advantage. That is 16 plus stuff. 16 4, so 23 to hit.
23 hits.
And then we're using the hard impact plasma caster, right?
Yep.
Okay, so that makes our damage a D10 instead, or 2D10 instead of 2D8, and it gets 1 AP. And then I also get my vital strike 3D6 on that. All right, so of course a 1. So that's 7, 9, 12. So 7 and 12, 19 plus my dex because it's ranged. Is that right?
Yep.
So what did I say? 7 and 12, 19 plus 4, 20. Why can't I math? 23. So 23 damage.
Okay.
7 of which is fire, if that matters.
Not really. You're in the water.
If it had a weakness to fire or something, but
Yep. This particular one does not.
Cool. All right, and then if we, nah, that probably wouldn't matter. But all right, so that's my turn.
All right. So remember, a smart hero can, if they are not the person who took the primary action that turn, get bonus actions to create plans.
Yes.
And plans are hilarious when it comes to what smart heroes can do. All kinds of crazy things. So do keep that in mind. Because it's you reached the good or excellent level, that means that due to how well your sync is, you get a second bonus action or reaction to do plans. But that's only if you aren't the primary action for this particular turn.
So wait, I only used one plasma caster, right?
Yep.
I shouldn't have been hitting with both. Okay, good.
Yep.
There are
Making
plans
sure.
in the rules.
They're in the smart. Yeah. They're under the smart heroes or smart whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, smart heroes section.
Oh, okay.
There's shared ones at the very beginning, and then there's specific ones.
Oh, this is specific
classes.
for you as a smart hero. Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
now I understand. Okay, so I don't really do this.
The heroes aren't like,
That's-
oh, I'm a fighter.
that's-
No, you're a strong hero, a tough hero, a smart hero.
Sure. I'm a
That-
charming leader.
Yep. All based on what trait you have as your primary. So,
I'm a scoundrel with talents.
right? That's pretty much what a smart hero is.
Nice.
All right.
Owen is up now?
So you can utilize the bonus action that normally exists.
Oh, so we're taking our one action and bonus action together.
Yes.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, cool. Well, it's even easier then. I, as a smart leader, can use command as a bonus action to command my teammate to take an attack. So, Luke, fire the second cannon.
Which is still an advantage because it hasn't attacked yet. But wait, is it a separate turn? So can I use my
It's the same turn. This
vital
is the bonus
strike
action
again?
of that turn.
Yeah. Okay. So no vital strike on that one.
No. Yeah, those are once per
That's
turn
fine.
items.
Okay.
At least this way we get the advantage on the attack, yeah.
11. I rolled a 4 and a 7. Okay. Does 11 hit?
11 does not hit.
Kind of figured.
Wow. Sorry, little brother. I should have specified that I meant for you to hit the creature.
You know, sometimes it's just how it goes. But that school of fish, they didn't see it coming.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Oh, I'm worrying.
All right. So the trespasser, which is basically Lily has called it this because it looks very similar to the original kaiju that came through. It's got a weird axe head and it's got claws. It looks very similar to what the first kaiju did. She's got no other reason to call it that. She's like, oh, it works. So this particular kaiju attacks
Don't attack us, man. Wait.
Oh yeah, it comes
That's an
right
area.
for you.
It's probably better if it does, actually.
I don't know. I don't remember your armor value. Does a 10 hit? I
No,
don't think so,
14
no.
is the
Yeah.
base armor
Defense,
value.
yeah.
Yep. And then
Base defense value,
it
excuse
comes
me.
down and it just swings its head down at you like that giant axe blade it's supposed to be.
Spalding,
And-
dodge!
It misses.
Whoa.
And it does.
Whack.
Just straight into the water. Just
Yep.
slap in the water.
Yep.
You missed.
Start charging the cannons again.
Can I use my customized plan on the kaiju? Because that sounds hilarious.
You can, yes.
Okay.
So Onibaba turns to attack you. And it wields out its massive pincer to grab you.
Okay.
And
That seems bad.
that is an 18.
We can use our ballistic shield to add a 5 to that, to our defense.
Or do we
As
have
your
to
reaction,
activate
yes.
that beforehand? Oh, we can do that as a reaction? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Then let's do that. Shield!
Here's hoping they actually got that working.
So
And that brings us up to 19. So
Yeah.
brings up to 19. Okay.
So that's the Jaeger reaction.
Does the
the
nice
Jaeger
close up on our faces of both of us just squinting in the obvious effort that somehow our bodies are undergoing during this moment?
Yeah. Somehow we both like put our hands up and it's just like the shield appears and we're just like, oh. Zzz.
I'm picturing the Star Trek thing where it's like we're okay, but we're still just like, ah.
Why are you flinching away? Because I was scared.
I felt
And then
forced.
it's going to and then it also is going to hit you with its toxic spines.
Gross.
Nope, that misses. Those also hit the hit against the shield and bounce off.
I gotta say, great work so far, scientists. I'm liking it.
Yeah, we'll see if it holds out. It's making this a lot easier.
All right.
Mechanics have got to be happy too. Way fewer repairs so far.
Right.
And
Depending on how hard this thing is to recharge, eh?
That's fair. Might be a lot of gerbils running on those wheels.
all
That's what
right,
they get the
round
scientists to do.
round 2.
That's what I call the scientists.
It is Rainbow again.
Alright, so they're up close. Which means we've got welding torches, which seems like a very silly name for a melee weapon this large. Okay,
Quite
so
the-
you have
quite
metal
the
armor, and we're
understatement.
just gonna. All right, so I can do my customized thing. That you said that's a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, do you want to do additional fire damage? Make it a +1 weapon. I think if we added fire damage, that would make it 2d6 plus 1d4 fire. Seems good for a melee weapon. Depends on how hard you think it'll be to hit this thing. We know a 23 hits, and an 11 doesn't. So, it's kind of a range there.
Let's just get normal shooting and see how this goes. Let's start us off with the caster then, so that I'm the primary person. You can conduct that action.
Right, but I can modify a weapon as a plan as a smart hero. So I'd have to do that before if we're going to attack with it.
Oh, that's true. You do. Say let's do the +1.
Okay,
Make it easier
so
to
I
hit.
am adding improved balance to the welding torches. Okay, so that costs me one of my 3 plan things, my genius,
Okay.
and those recharge on what was it? Long rest or short? I forget. Plans. Tell me the plans.
It won't matter, but they recharge. They'll recharge before your next combat.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
So yeah, our welding torches are now +1 attack and damage. So
Excellent.
now you can attack.
And I have +5 on my personal attacks, so that should be my to hit, correct? I mean, plus the +1 now.
Yeah, +6. Yeah.
16.
Against Onibaba,
Yeah.
Yes.
16 hits.
Excellent. Torch begins burrowing in. Let's see, that is 2d8.
2d6.
My favorite damage die.
You're using the torches, right, Nick?
Yes.
That's 2d6. 8's the plasma caster.
That is 2d6, thank you. Mighty 6 damage. Do we get to add anything?
1, and it's finesse, so I'm assuming that we're proficient, so we get...
Oh, okay. Yep. So that will be +3 damage then, so 9 damage total.
9 damage.
You only have a +2?
What's the what's
Not
the
very
PV
dexterous.
on that weapon?
What's your strength?
0, 10.
PV is 3.
Okay. That's always helpful to know.
Piercing value.
Yep.
Okay.
Versus armor value.
Yeah. And apparently it only matters if it's a killing blow.
Yep.
Well, killing.
Okay.
Drop to 0.
Interesting.
I just wanted to know. It's
Yeah.
not a killing blow, but yeah.
Yeah, we have a 3 on the torch and a and a 5 on the casters because it's the catalyst upgrade.
Okay.
Next time, brother, let's see if we can do damage to that face of theirs, since it's got that crack.
Called shot. See if we can crack this egg.
All right,
better in my head.
all right.
You guys still have a bonus action or reaction because you used the smart hero to make the smart hero bonus to make that work. So keep in mind you still have your reaction or bonus action that you can take.
Okay.
That's right, because we have the 2 bonus actions. Nice.
And I can.
In that case, why don't I command you to attack?
Oh yeah, if we always have an extra bonus action, that makes sense.
Yeah, smart heroes are useful that way.
All right, cool. So regular with a +1.
Hit him with the other torch, brother. Go for that head. Like we had just said and now realized we can do.
Still getting used to this. So if we're actually trying to hit a specific part, would that be at disadvantage as a called shot?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
at disadvantage. It's a called shot.
Let's go for it. Doesn't matter. Okay, so disadvantage with a +5. No, +8.
I can do to help with that.
Okay, so that was a 14 on the die, so 22.
It hits.
Yes.
And 5, 9, 10 damage to the faceplate.
That's how you make your brother proud. Woo!
I'm more of a brawler, brother. I'm not a great shot. I mean, I am.
Okay.
But...
So
Today you are.
you've hit this thing, you've smacked it, you're like, that's gotta do some damage. And all of a sudden, both kaiju let out withering, anguished roars. Their bodies rippling and flexing as if racked by seizures. It seems to become enraged, and its bright blue bioluminescence shifts to blood red.
Hey,
You
you
have
ever
happy
seen them
calming
do that
seizures.
before?
You've never seen kaiju do this before. It is unexpected and completely unknown. You've never seen a kaiju reacting this way. Its muscles rippling and flexing, body growing. It seems to get even bigger. Its armor thickening and spikes expanding, as if the creatures roar in pain and rage. The black pupils of its alien eyes dilate and roll wildly as the monster's body lashes back and forth in agony. Within moments, within moments, this is over. The strange physical reaction has gone through both of them, just like really quickly. Their eyes, their bodies changing, and their wounds healing.
Hey, Command, you seeing this?
That's cheating.
Their eyes glowing like fiery coals, wide and enraged. If these monsters could be called sane before, they certainly couldn't be now. In less than a breath, your advantage that you had made has vanished. The kaiju hurl themselves back into battle with you, with a renewed fury and a maddening intensity, eager to tear your Jaeger apart.
Sweet fallen Golden Gate Bridge. What is that?
I don't know. It looks mad. All we did was punch it in the face a few times.
And shoot it a bunch more. And torch its
So
face.
now it gets to attack you again.
I got a bad feeling here, little brother. Ready the shields.
And so, let's see, that is a 19.
Ty goes to the defender, right? Alright, so yeah,
Nope.
we raise the shield.
Ty goes through.
Ty goes to the attacker?
Oh yeah, Ty goes to the attacker. Sorry,
Okay.
Yes. Yeah,
In
Ty
that
hits.
case,
The shield doesn't quite get up in time.
well, we wouldn't activate the shield unless we need to, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
you just really wouldn't. But
I can also roll with it to take half damage.
oh, okay, do that then.
Well, yeah. Depending on how much damage it is.
That, let's see here.
Where is our Jaeger health?
Got to pull out my die.
Is
The
that the
right
bulk?
one for this particular attack.
No, bulk is like how much we're holding. What is the Jaeger's health?
It should be on the sheet, shouldn't it?
We have bulk, neural load, chassis, energy core, speed, defense, and armor. We don't have health.
Yeah, let me double check the rules on...
I was like, it might just be ours combined for some reason, but... That seems important.
Damage reduction. If an effect lowers the damage a pilot takes, take that and increase scales. Yeah. Where does it say?
While we're in the Jaeger, we can't take damage. We have infinite and no health.
We're invincible. We're gods, remember?
A Jaeger's defense value is determined by its chassis and gear, but it doesn't have its own hit points. Instead, when they take damage, the pilots take normal scale psychic damage equal to the titanic damage dealt to the Jaeger. So
That seems bad.
Instead of multiplying, so when a Jaeger or a Titan hits a human, it does 100 times the damage.
Okay.
In this case, it does not do that. You just take straight damage because you're not connected in any way.
So do we both take it, or do we choose who takes it?
So you can split the damage.
Because of our strong connection, or always?
And in this case, you took 17 damage. And that's just the first attack.
Okay.
So my roll with it would only apply to my damage then, so I should take the bulk of it.
I suppose then.
Right.
So you want to take 10, and I'll take 7, and then you'll take 5 damage overall. Do it that way.
What's your total?
45.
Okay, I'm at 39. So yeah,
Your damage reduction applies to you. Yeah. So if you're gonna roll with it, you make your roll, or what is the wording on that particular ability?
reaction you have the attack's damage against you.
Okay, that uses your reaction. The only reaction the Jaeger gets for the turn, but it uses that. So, and
Unless
then
we just want to take it.
and that was the giant pincer coming in and just grabbing.
Yeah, I mean, unless we want to wait for the next attack to see if it's worse, but that seems plenty worth stilting.
All right, so I take 5.
I take 7. Okay.
I need a pen.
Okay, and then it makes its second attack against you with its toxic spines.
This got less
Not
fun.
cool, bro.
Let me make sure I've got the right stats here. So it is advantage on strength-based anything. Nope, that still missed. that was like a 12 on its highest roll.
Ha.
All right, and then behind you, the Trespasser 2 comes in and swings its axe head at you,
Anime concerned turn.
and that does a 20. That hits for 21.
Ooh.
And that does 1, 2, 3. $18 more damage.
So a total of 39 more damage.
So 9 more damage to each of you. If you want to split it evenly.
Okay. That works. 29. Oh, my mind.
Brain damage. But we already had brain damage.
Yeah, you do. You do have brain damage, so you're kind of screwed.
I'm down to 25.
This don't
Unless
feel
I can't
good.
math. No, that's
all right.
All right.
Hang on, just quick math.
So do we try to kite them, or
What is the status of the monitoring boats? Were they able to make some progress and get clear during this engagement?
Yes, the monitor boat did get clear. You did cause it to be disengaged. That it got distracted by the thing that hurt it, because they aren't exactly the smartest. So the boat is clear and gone to safety.
Okay, little
That's
brother.
good.
I agree. Let's hoof it out of here.
You got to kill the Jaeger. You got to kill them. You can't just.
I
we
don't
don't
mean
wanna
like
kill
escape.
you.
I mean
move?
let's
Move
get
and fire.
let's get some space.
Okay, get some space.
Okay. So I can disengage as a bonus action,
No, perfect.
or dash, depending on how we want to do it. But yeah, disengage would prevent us getting attack of opportunity, which I'm sure they would love. So I can disengage as a bonus action. We can move, and then I can use my watch your step plan to just turn the area to something slick, ice. Can I freeze or however that it creates bad terrain for them and makes them possibly fall prone.
Nice.
So that would be our 2 bonus actions.
Okay.
Because 1 for my plan, 1 to disengage. So we can move. So we move away, and then I just go, "Hey guys, hey kaiju, watch your step," and they need to make a dexterity save against my DC, which is gonna be 13. DC 13, or they fall prone. And that area, which I don't know how you want to do that because it's normally a 10-foot square, but the area will be difficult terrain for everyone for 1 minute, and anyone who enters the area or ends their turn there must succeed on the dex save or fall prone.
Okay.
All right, so they are slower, at least for a little bit.
Maybe.
All right, so we still have our action. So you can
Yep.
plasma cannon them. Plasma caster.
Alrighty. Plasma cannon away. Fires. Oh, nat 20. Crit.
Nice.
Ooh.
Do we get to do crit damage stuff on this?
You do get crit damage, yes.
Ooh,
So that's
nice.
2d10.
2d8.
Normal. Nope. With our upgrade, it's with the hard impact plasma caster. It's 2d10.
Oh, is it? Nice.
And so you're rolling 4d10 to hit this thing for damage.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yep. Seems okay.
PV5. If it
You're
matters.
10. You're 10. Okay. 10. 15. Plus 2. So 27.
27. Okay.
Okay,
That's
you.
Puts a big old dent back in Onibaba's chest. That's what you get for regenerating.
Okay, you shoot from now on.
Yeah, I thought they trained you, but you just hit the button the right amount of force. I think that was with my fist, and it goes great.
you blast it right in the chest, and it disintegrates the spikes into it, and it collapses.
Oh. Huh. I should
I like this.
shoot it like that every time.
All right, so 1 down.
Yep. And
All
now
part of the plan.
the other one has to get out of your danger zone that you created,
Mm-hmm.
Danger zone.
and it succeeds.
Oh man.
And it catches right up to you, and it hits you as hard as possible.
It catches up to us?
Yeah,
I was dancing one
it's faster than
fast.
you right now.
Well, it's faster than us, but it still should have had double movement for getting out of that.
Oh
Yeah. Oh yeah,
It's
still,
that much faster than us?
It's that much faster than you right now because it's enraged. It has the big glowy red body,
Oh. It's shot.
and that is not quite a crit, but yeah, that'll hit.
That seems like a negative to me right now. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. This seems bad.
At least it's just the little one. The little kaiju.
That is one of the worst. That is almost the worst roll I could get on 3d10.
Perfect.
Wonderful.
Love to hear it. We love that for you.
And 10 damage.
Alright. So
So you'd split that 5 each.
I
I can take more of it.
do believe that my brain is bleeding.
Yeah,
You
I'll
want to
take.
You want to take more?
Yeah, how much was it total? 10?
10.
So yeah, I'll take 8 for the 4. Because
Okay.
I'm going to use my reaction to have it, so might as well.
My brain feels tender, brother, but I think I'm holding in there still.
Reaction tanking! Ow!
Okay. It is top of the round. It's top of the order, and it's your turn again.
Alright,
Worked once. Let's do it again. Let's get some distance. Get a
Alright.
shot in.
Well, we can use my... Can we use both? I can disengage and dash as bonus actions. So if we have 2 bonus actions, we can disengage then dash.
Yeah.
So we would then have a speed of 8. We could run 4, fire, and then run the other 4. But it
Agreed.
has to be in a straight line because the Jaeger
Because of the
has the
dash.
momentum thing. So yeah,
Let's
we'll
do
just
that.
move as far away as we can, firing halfway. I am our maneuverability. You are our damage.
Not normally. You're really both, but we'll see how this goes again.
Nah, you got this.
I'm just charming the roll. Nope, that's not gonna hit. That is a 11. We're talking about how cool I am during the shot, and it just goes wide.
I mean, this is our first attack on this one, so I don't know what its AC
Oh, that's
is.
right. We need to see what this one's doing.
What was the
weird, brother?
What did you roll?
11. I got 6, so 11 is the to hit.
Okay, that still misses.
It's too fast.
You rolled a what?
11 total. I rolled a 6.
Okay, so yeah, +5. Okay.
Yes.
What was that, brother, about hitting it just right? I gave you all the room.
I said I wanted to. Don't tell me all the room. You feel how we were shaken apart there?
And that's why I gave us room. So you had time to line up your shot. Anyways, we're 8 away. 8 spaces away.
All right. It moves towards you, and it can hit you with its head again
Dice.
because it has reach on its head.
It's got a long neck.
It does.
Wow, I really don't like that. I don't
Ooh,
appreciate this
that's
at
not
all.
good. That's not
You
good.
are us.
You.
Command, the shield is not holding together. We're getting beaten up out here.
Maybe a self-repair function would be better.
Okay, so
Honestly, why don't we have self-repair functions on Jaegers? It seems incredibly useful. Here, let me
that's
hop out of
20
the...
damage.
$20 damage. Okay. What are you up to?
I'm at just above bloodied at this point. Do you want to do... This is a new turn, so you can react to it. Do you want to do 14 for 7, and I'll take
Sure.
7? Was
We'll
it
take
was
6.
21 damage?
It's 20. You take 6.
6, there we go.
Yeah.
Lost
So
track. Thank you. Okay, there we go. My brain is slightly bleeding from psychic damage. It's a minor aneurysm. It's okay.
yeah, I got the a little bit of the blood trickling out the nostril.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you got the right nostril. I got the left nostril. We're still doing it symmetrically.
Okay, command. Could use either backup or I want that catalyst scientist to make this better.
Okay. It is
I need charging.
your turn again. You are
Okay,
still not you're like it because it has reach. That's the only reason it could hit you. Remember, you are still. So if you backed up again, did what you did before, it couldn't hit you this round because
Okay.
it's not going to get that close.
I think we're almost away from it. Can you do that?
would we need to disengage?
Or
You would because it has reach.
Oh, because it has reach.
this is
Okay.
reach.
Okay.
Knife head polearm weapon.
Yeah, it's like it's like a really huge axe, literally just stuck to its head, basically.
It's every metalhead's dream.
Right.
It's got a skinny neck. It's got a slightly long neck, and then it's got like the base of an axe before it flares out even more.
All right.
Now I'm picturing like
dash.
demonic, like the infinite bird of doom, basically. As
Pretty
a
much,
kaiju.
yeah, something like that.
All right. So yeah, disengage, dash. We move 4 away, fire, and then we should be 1 space out of range.
Yep.
Brother, you are a better shot. I think.
We
brother,
can't
it's
get
time-
away from it if I don't get us away from it.
Can't you take bonus actions and actions, or can we not?
No, because if I take the action, I can't do the
Can't do
second
the-
bonus action, right?
Oh, that's true. You have to. That's for that. Okay. Then. All right, brother. I remember what you taught me when you were from when you came back from training. See what I can do here again.
Just take a breath.
23.
That's a hit.
All right, 2d10 plus you have a 2, right?
Yeah, plus the 2.
I should have modified that to give us a +1. Whatever.
No worries. Total of 20 damage. 9s on
Total of
both dice.
20 damage.
Double 9s.
Okay.
Slams into the torso of the creature. Wow,
Or the-
that ought to slow you
Or the
down.
stupid whippy neck that's causing us problems.
I wish I'd have shot for that.
All right. And it's going to turn away from you because it's very it's not happy at all. It's injured. It's just not quite dead yet. And since it's injured and not quite dead yet, it's going to turn and it's going to go after the Santa Maria, which is limping away. It cannot hit tack at this turn, but you'll have to shoot it again in order to stop it.
Okay, so
All right,
it's
brother. It's time to be
turn is
heroes.
moving. Yeah, okay.
It chose an easier target.
How far did it move?
It moved a dash, so in its case, I think that the dash equals out to 7 spaces because it's swimming.
Okay.
And we got up to 8 away from it, so we're 15 out.
Yeah,
Yep.
which means we're currently out of range. So
you're gonna have to shoot your brother. Dang it! Now we have to dash back the other way. Get us in line, and I'll take my lucky shots.
Yeah, but we don't need to disengage, so you can use your command as the second bonus action to have me
that's true.
attack.
That's true. Okay, so that's good.
Yep.
So at least we can at least you can take the
You
shot.
get 2
Yeah,
shots at it.
let's do yours first. So yeah, I bonus action dash, and we move 8 toward it, so that puts us within 7, which is almost outside our range.
Oh, sure, and then I can take my action and the bonus action too. Okay, so
To
I will
command
take my.
to attack.
We'll do this in what I always consider the proper order whenever possible. I'm going to take the action first. So I take the shot. Is this a disadvantage? Or did
We're
we
Is
at-
this
make it?
at disadvantage?
Yeah,
we're-
or did we make it to within regular range?
We're
I
at
think we're at
7.
medium.
If you're within range of it, you're roughly because of how you were. You're at 7. You're 7 away from it.
Okay, and our range
Is
is
the
4
is
to 8.
the 4-8 is the 8 range not disadvantage? Then we're still okay for regular attack?
I think that's disadvantage impossible past 8, right?
Yeah, it's at disadvantage right now.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's what I
we're
thought.
disadvantage. Yeah.
That's what I thought. That's what I was trying to confirm. Sounds good.
So you're within the long range space of it. So it's short range, long range.
Damn. Not able to hold on there. All right, brother. Take the second shot. Show us how it's done.
That would be.
I start thinking to myself, God, I hope he doesn't screw this up the way that he screwed up my career.
I heard that. That's a 15 plus 7, so
That you hit.
22. 2d10.
Today, I spell redemption Luke.
That's 10 damage.
You smack it hard, but it is still going.
So this one has more health than the big one?
No. You
No, we
did
did
that
quite a
much
bit
more
to the other
damage to the big one before it got enraged.
Oh, okay.
And got damage.
But don't forget, it took the crit and the 20.
I thought that
total.
when you said it healed its wounds, that it went back to full health.
No,
That's where I was like, because we only hit it once after it healed.
No, it only
Crit was-
healed back
okay.
half of its hit points.
Okay, I misremembered that too. Must be all the psychic damage.
For sure. So yeah, 10, and it's close to our ally. That's unfortunate.
That is.
So it is. It
Survive
is-
Santa Maria.
It's dashing towards the Santa Maria again, but it's not in. It is now in range, but can't attack this turn because it had to.
Sure.
Oh, that was this
Because
turn.
it had to take
Taurus.
yet more movement because of that.
Okay.
So.
All right.
So it is now within range of the Santa Maria, and you have to get. If you dash forward, you guys will be just in short range.
So just in short range. Okay, so yeah, I'll dash.
And then one more time, brother. Here we go.
Okay.
This time, it's a little bit more steadiness.
Is it disadvantage because there's an ally in range? I don't want to ask, but I do
It is
have to.
disadvantage because it's in melee with an ally.
Well, then we'll see if I shoot poorly and I miss. Let's see if I shoot poorly enough that I'm in danger of hitting the craft. Whew, the second one was a 16. That first
what
roll
was
was
your-
a 2. So
Oh, wow.
We miss.
Okay.
We miss wildly, but I don't hit the ship at least.
Okay, so then I attack with your,
You can
command.
attack, sure.
Again, it's down to you, bro. It's down to you, little brother. Take the second shot.
Okay, we're taking you back to the.
I scared him for you. It stopped his momentum.
Rolled a 3. So that's
Slightly better.
6.
A
That's
9.
10.
10 does not make it.
We fire on both sides of the creature.
Yeah, we've penned it in.
It takes its claws into the Santa Maria and holds it in place, and it
Oh.
stopped. So now the Santa Maria the hull is even more damaged, and it's got maybe another round before it sinks. But
Can we shoot okay, or do we need to close to melee to save the Santa Maria while killing the creature? While killing Trespasser?
Yeah, do we have to close, or can we make a safe range shot? Well, could a normal pilot make a ranged shot? We apparently can't.
you could make the range shot. It's in melee, so it's at disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh, that's true. It is in melee now. Oh, nothing for it, little brother. Gotta go in and burn it out.
Alright, well those still have the +1, so that helps. And it won't be a disadvantage, so.
Here we go. I'll take the first arm. Left arm cut. Yes. 21 to hit. Much better.
And you get a +1 to the damage too, so that's 2d6 plus 3 then?
11, 14 more, 14 damage in the back.
You split it open. It falls to the sea. The Santa Maria is safe.
Okay, so
Santa
there's
Maria,
plenty to work
are
on the
you
catalyst.
taking on water? Do you need assistance?
Right.
There are a couple of the jump hawks picking up the Santa Maria. There's a squad of 4 jump hawks picking it up through carrying loops underneath. Probably 6 total actually coming through.
I was
And
like,
then-
they pick it up and it breaks.
They're like got 4 loops to pick it up, move it off towards a dock to
We
patch
just
it up because it is damaged. And then the jump hawks come and clamp onto you, and away you go as well.
All right, little brother, play my theme. Dun 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 dun.
Don't get me demonetized. The clanging thunder of the metal earth surrounds you as your Jaeger settles once more into its alcove in the Jaeger Bay. Slowly, the drift releases your thoughts, and you come back to yourself. The absence of your partner's thoughts is palpable, like a hole in your jaw left after losing a tooth. The con pod of your Jaeger is detached and lowered to the ground. The hatch hisses, and then cracks and pops open with a whoosh of air. Blinding light streams into your eyes. You hear the sound of cheering. As you reach the floor of the bay, you are surrounded by engineers, technicians, soldiers, the crew of the PPD Shatterdome, celebrating your victory. They thump your back, wave their fists in the air, and chant the name of your Jaeger. Here and there, you see a PPDC authorized TV camera in the crowd, broadcasting everything to the world. You see Dr. West pushing through the crowd. Dr. Kettle's daughter follows timidly behind him, her arms filled with notes and other papers. So she's just sitting there going, she's got like pinched off, and she's writing on a pad and whatnot. Tossing an arm around Owen, the older brother who's slightly higher rank. Dr. West raises his voice and calls the throng to attention. Today, these brave heroes didn't just save the city of Lima. They also tested an extraordinary new weapon system called Catalyst, one that will revolutionize the war against the kaiju. Thanks to their extraordinary efforts, I am pleased to announce that we have received the green light to move forward. I'd like to be the first to thank these brave Rangers for their service. Well done, Rangers.
Good job. Good work, every part of the team. We will keep the dangerous aliens at bay. To the Jaegers.
Dr. West has just, after saying that, drops his arm and just walks away to talk to the marshal. Doesn't pay any attention to what you were doing.
That doesn't matter. I have camera crews on me. Owen's happy.
And
I'm talking to the scientists.
yeah, and so after everybody starts to leave off and the chatter is dying down, a couple of Rangers, they're a married couple, Adriel and Gia Perez. Gia pushes through the crowd and stands before you, her hands on her hips. She's smiling, but her eyes hold a challenge. Good work defeating those kaiju. I'll admit, you're good, but I don't think you're as good as we are. If you think you're the best, then let's see you prove it. Adriel and I challenge you to a friendly round-robin tournament in the Kun Combat Room. Meet there tomorrow morning. We'll have a little good old-fashioned fun, Ranger on Ranger. She smiles, but there's a definite edge to her words. Let's see who's the best partnership in the Shatterdome. All around you, the crowd breaks into cheers, excited at the prospect.
Think you can handle a wave as big as us, little lady?
All right, so
If I'm talking to the scientists who did the catalyst stuff, like going over notes, would I have heard that? Would I have been close enough to hear that?
You probably would have missed that if you started chatting with Dr. Kettle's daughter.
Okay, yeah, I would have missed it, which is unfortunate because I'm the one that actually has the reputation in the Kun ring.
And Dr. Kettle's daughter notes and saying, that's unusual. It's not a common thing. Well, I have more notes. This seems rushed. And then she runs off because she's like, "Oh, the samples," and runs off.
Okay.
So you've got downtime. You've got a little bit of time to do some things before tomorrow morning, or you can just go through to morning.
Do we need to conserve our energy or anything in order to better heal up from our very traumatic experiences?
Nope. It is 5E style rules. You are fully healed at the end after a long rest.
Okay, sounds good. Perfect.
Yay! I love
Let's see. Owen is going to spend some time checking out the channels to see how his interview plays out on the net. Just how much more popular he became.
Sense.
He's checking his brand.
Okay.
Far out. Yeah. Look at it. Look at it go.
Luke
Yeah. Working my way back up the ranks.
Luke would be completely ignoring that and conversing with the scientists about the catalyst and talking to the mechanics working on our Jaeger to see if he can help tweak it.
Okay. You're not allowed access to any information on the catalyst.
It's very irritating.
And that's a little frustrating for you, isn't it?
Yeah. So I
So
definitely am talking to the mechanics who are doing the repairs to see if we can figure out things without official answers.
Yeah, you're not even allowed next to your Jaeger, as the catalyst repair crew is in there fixing things. They're not letting you do what you usually do, and yeah.
Okay, then I go and talk to Owen, and I'm like, they're not letting me access the serpent. I just want to make sure she's going to be in top condition and that we can tweak any of the bugs that there were, but they're not letting us in. This feels
I hear you, brother.
really
Let me ask you this.
weird.
Did you feel that you needed to readjust your controls, or did you feel that they did good work?
It seemed like we were getting hit more than normal, despite the improvements.
This finally snaps Owen out of staring like mostly at the screen as he had been during the start of the conversation. More hits, you said. Wow, that's a negative turnaround. You can't be having that. Let's go talk to them.
I've tried.
We'll go together.
Doctors West and Kettle's daughter have already left. They have taken a helicopter back to Lima.
What about command?
You can. Marshall Lehman says, I get it. It's frustrating, but it's still a beta test, and now they're taking readings. They're trying to figure things out. If they need help, they'll come talk to you guys. For now, just take some rest, and I'll see you at the Coon Room in the morning.
Sir, no offense, but if it's us in the test and our lives on the line, I want to know what's happening.
We at least need to see the end results of the repairs to double check.
I get that. Just rest up for the day. I'll see what information I can get you, okay?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Pushing Luke looks ready to argue again, and Owen just starts shoving him slowly away.
Yep. All right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Owen, they're not going to give us anything. We're going to go back out tomorrow or whenever our next mission is, and it's going to be completely in the dark.
We'll see how tomorrow brings, little brother. We did good today. We earned a lot of trust. We'll see what shakes out from it. You remember the military doesn't always go quickly on rewarding our sacrifices.
All right. First thing in the morning, you guys are in the Coon combat room. This is it's a specialized arena inside the Shatterdome. You guys have been in here before, and the Rangers are taught to fight, and they face challenges, hold friendly duels to amplify their proficiency in combat situations. Challenges that range in various martial arts, MMA, Greco-Roman wrestling, or sumo, Krav Maga, boxing, just straight up kung fu if necessary, to some psychological hurdles. In this particular, and here Rangers are pushed to their physical and mental limits. Such combat allows Rangers to utilize their skills in Jaeger combat during the drift. Marshal Lehman steps up and explains the challenge. Today's challenge will be round robin. Each combatant will face 4 Rangers. They will not fight their own partner. Each victory will be worth 1 point. At the end of all challenges, the Ranger pair with the largest points total will be declared the victor of the day's events. Fight fair and fight well. So, here's the here's the simplicity of it. You're going to take a D20. Your proficiencies apply, and so any bonuses of proficiencies you have in two-handed and finesse weapons will be useful here. As it's going to be best 2 out of 3. I will be rolling your opponents. We'll see how this goes. And then you can choose either a basic melee weapon, like a the basic club, right? Two-handed melee weapon, or a quarterstaff. You can use two-handed or finesse properties with either of these weapons because they are very basic. They use either way. And best 2 out of 3, so we'll each roll 3 times. Whoever has the highest total goes.
That's good. Little brother, you are the more experienced of the 2 of us in this form. Would you care to give the initial demonstration?
Sure. Would love to work out some stress. Let me handle this.
You got it. Owen sits back real nicely, throws his feet up, and looks as though he's just going to sit here and enjoy a wonderful afternoon of watching some butt kicking.
All right.
So can I use 2 clubs? Just going to go full Arnis on them.
This is Unga, this is Bunga. Let's go.
Are you proficient in 2-weapon fighting?
No, but I mean, if they're light, then you said they were.
They are light weapons, but you still roll at. You still would not get.
I know. Okay. I would get 2 attacks though.
Yes. Yes, you could technically get 2 attacks. You guys picked which range? You picked what? Which
Alpha
Rangers?
And Beta.
Alpha and Beta.
He's Beta. I'm Alpha.
Yeah. Okay.
That works out. And Luke can have my club. I'll take the quarterstaff.
Okay. Let's roll. It's just going to be a single roll with your proficiencies applied.
There we go. That's 19 plus 7, so 20.
Okay, you won round 1. Roll again.
That is 15 plus 7.
Okay, so you got 2 points. You've won, so you get the first point.
I'm going.
Good job, brother.
All right, Owen, your turn.
See if I can do the Spalding family name proud here. Quarterstaff, high strike, 18.
Okay, roll again.
Quarterstaff, low
Sweep
strike.
the leg.
1. Ow! My ankle.
Okay, roll
Sweep
a third
their
time.
leg. Sweep their leg.
I'm going to try listening to my brother. Oh no! 9! Tell me I got it.
You got it, because they rolled a 1.
The last
You
two
sweep
rolls
their
was
leg,
just
and no matter
someone-
how bad
The
you
last 2 times was just someone tripping on their own and the other person being like, boop!
Well, it's a back and forth combat situation. So
Owen got the
I'm
only
high, and
legit
it's blocked,
strike
it's
of the
not-
match, and then
these
just
are
flop.
long-term matches to first hit, right? So the magic is like da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and
You
then all of a
just
sudden
won.
somebody
I've
gets knocked, their
lost.
arm goes wide, they're just wide open and gets hit.
Exactly. Just two of those. One
right.
actual like decent strike in the whole match.
Okay.
Okay, brother. Oh, hey, 2 out of 3 and 2 out of 3. I guess we win the day. Or
Well, you've
would
got-
you care to fight for third just for fun?
Well, you've each only earned 1 point, and
Oh, do we need to get up to 3 to win?
you got to get up to 3.
Gotcha.
Gia has earned 1 point.
Little brother. How did she earn a point? Didn't she?
She's fighting someone else.
Oh, gotcha.
And
Round robin.
I was thinking it was just going to be us 4.
so has Adriel.
So it's
So Adriel
each for the 4 of us.
has as well. So that means it's now round 2. Swoop. Bring up my correct things again, just a second.
So we're 2 and 2 now.
So Luke is up again. Luke is going up against one of the other Rangers.
That's 16 plus 7, 23.
You win that one. Go again.
Keep rolling really well. There it is. 9, so 16.
Oh. So pretty good.
You did not. You didn't win the second bout. Bout 3. This is it for the point.
Luke.
9.
Roll again, because that's a tie.
Even more sudden death.
11.
More Luke.
You won.
Yay,
Yeah!
Luke!
Okay.
Dope.
All right. And now it is Owen's turn again.
All right. Keep it going. We can do this. 12.
You lost.
No.
Again.
Oh.
Did you forget to limber up?
Yes. Okay. All right. Here we go. Oh, other side with the quarterstaff. A little bit better. 13. It's a slightly faster strike.
Roll again.
Clash. In the dice pile. Oh. Should have kept the cock.
What was
10.
10. Okay, roll one more time because you had a tie in there.
11. Just staying real consistent.
You won that one, though.
Yes.
We always win on 11s.
Brother, I did it.
Sorta.
So now it is Gia and Adriel again.
4. I was like,
So absolutely dirty victories that we're getting through this tournament.
Okay.
You're not
Right,
letting
still
me.
hurts.
They came out losers this time around against their opponents. So
Ours
you
to
guys
win.
are at 2
Ours to win,
wins.
brother.
They're at 1 win. If they tie you, if they win these bouts against you, because now you're up against Gia and Adriel for your bouts, and so this is going to be the where we figure that who wins out here. So
Let's see how this goes.
Luke,
See how this
you are
goes for
up
you.
against,
Not looking great. Looking into this.
you're up against Gia first.
All right, Luke, take us home.
Switch dice. All right.
Those were tired.
Shouldn't have switched dice. 10. I rolled a 3.
You lost.
Come on, Luke. You got this. Swing with this other side. Swing with the second club.
18 plus 7, 25.
You won.
Yeah. He's up balance. Get him.
24.
Get him. Yeah.
Roll again.
We tied on a 24.
You tied on a 24.
Dang.
Net 1. That's an 8.
You lost.
Oh no.
You did not get the point that bout against Gia. Okay.
It's all on you, Owen.
Little brother. All right,
Okay,
I'm pulling back.
Owen versus
Pulling back in the heavy GM die. That one likes to roll higher. No, it is higher. 15.
You lost.
No, bam. I'm using skill.
You lost.
1.
Nat 20.
That 20, you lost.
20 versus a 1. Beautiful.
Okay,
Oh no, and
so,
I just lose. That was 2 losses. Oh no.
So Adriel Adriel and Gia have tied it up, but now you're facing off against the others.
The ones they
So
fought
it's
first.
going to be Luke versus Adriel this time.
Okay.
Redemption, Luke. We can do this.
11.
You lost. Roll.
No, we always win on 11.
No, you
The
didn't.
rule.
21.
You won.
All right, Luke.
Third round.
Luke.
12.
You lost.
No.
Adriel won.
We can overall tie them still.
I rolled so
So
low.
now it's Gia's turn against Owen.
Rolling 4s.
You won.
Yay!
As long as you didn't roll a 1 as well, you
I
won.
did not roll a 1 as well.
Okay,
That
roll
was
again.
13. Oh, 12.
You lost.
Oh, okay.
Last round.
All right. Sweeping low, going for the crotch. It's a dirty shot. 17.
You won.
Crotch shot. Desperate. Are you effing sorry?
Yeah, so we're tied again.
So you tied out, and so it's really, Gia's like, so it's not who is better, it's how well we sync with our partners. Obviously, my partner is very, very good, and your partner is apparently very good, or at least lucky, she says to Luke.
Did she just admit that she's the worst part of their team?
No,
Yeah?
she didn't.
A little bit.
Maybe it's like she's like,
We already
this
knew
is this was a tough contest. I like it. All right. Then Adriel goes, "Thank you for humoring my wife. She is everything to me."
You got in some good hits. Respect where it's due. Still feel a little dizzy after that last dive. I think that catalyst has some side effects.
Be careful
That's
when you take your
that's
hits.
entirely possible.
Put some things in there.
Adriel says, "That's entirely possible. While you were out fighting, I heard Lehman talking to those PPC doctors, West and Kettlesteather. Apparently, they're already working on a new Jaeger that's totally decked out with catalyst systems." Gia replies, "They're pushing catalyst tech forward and fast. I think that means something. Those kaiju you fought, whatever happened to them, that wasn't normal.
Yeah, no kidding.
You saw it yourselves. They got bigger and meaner during the fight. I don't know. Did they just get mad or something? But here's the thing.
Felt like.
I've heard rumors about this happening in other places. I think the kaiju are changing. The precursors have paid attention to I think they've paid attention to the kinds of weapons we have and the strategies we use. And they're adapting. I think the PPCD or PPDC is afraid to tell people the truth. They might be pushing this new tech ahead because the kaiju are getting tougher. And we're standing still. We need a new advantage, and we need it now." Adriel leans back a little bit after, as you're chatting here, goes, "Our Jaegers are pushed to the limit every time we go out there. When we face a Category 5, it takes 3, maybe 4 of us to stop it. What happens if the kaiju are getting stronger? And what's a Category 6 going to look like? What if the precursors are trying to make another mega kaiju? So with so few Jaegers, we won't be able to protect the rim. This catalyst tech may be the only hope we've got. And if you get it, for those of you who haven't seen it, Mega Kaiju is what happened during the Pacific Rim Uprising movie, in which like 3 or 4 smaller kaiju merged and it became one big giant kaiju.
They Voltroned the kaiju?
Yeah, they Voltroned the kaiju.
Gross. Cool. Gross.
We're going to take a short break here. It's been almost 2 hours. We'll be right back for you in just a moment.
Hard to turn off. Hi, Daddy.
Yeah, welcome back, everybody. I'll have to agree with you there, Kevin. I am a connections person, and as you know from having known me for as long as you have, oh, well, yeah, I know a person that can do this kind of thing, and you need some help with that. Let me connect you to see if they're the person that will work best for you. Just make people meet. That's where I'm really skilled. So, and I don't know, it's a natural talent. It's not like it's a job that I've ever had that worked that way. So, all right, we are back. We are here, and we are ready to keep moving forward with all the crazy stuff that is Pacific Rim.
Tuttle, what are you doing? And welcome to the channel, my cat, Tuttle. Is demanding my lap right now.
So, Marshall Lehman has summoned, you guys get here coming over. Would Rangers Spalding and Spalding please report to the Marshal's office? Rangers Spalding and Spalding to the Marshal's office. Corporal O'Reilly is commenting at you regarding this. It wasn't Lily. She only handles Jaeger conversations.
Okay. Where would we have been, or was this right after the...
You guys are out of the... This was later, probably about 45 minutes later. You guys have had a chance to clean up and had your conversation and stuff. And Marshall Lehman's office is simple and Spartan in its furnishings. 1, they don't have a lot of money for all the different shatter domes, and 2, he's a career military man. There's a large metal desk and a short side table with a coffee machine along with a laptop on the desk, a printer, and several reams of paper, which in this day and age still seems weird to you at times. But that's what that's what he prefers. The commander is behind his desk, absently poking at his keyboard with a pencil in a hunt and peck. I've got my pencil upside down, hunting and pecking fashion. Beside him, you see a variety of mind-numbing forms regarding resource dispersal, monthly rations and supplies, and updated kaiju positions throughout the Pacific Rim. When you enter, Lehman does put down the paperwork, and he stares at you with a stern, appraising stare. I've read the report on your battle yesterday, and I saw the fight. The catalyst tech seems to have performed well. But what happened to the kaiju you were fighting doesn't fall within our understanding of the species. I spoke with Dr. West, and he said the PPDC isn't ready to elaborate on new evolutions of the kaiju at this time.
You can hear,
and that's a load of horse hockey, and he knows it. But I can't push it up the chain unless I've got more to go on. The minute the fight was over, those scientists shuttled back to the Lima headquarters like there was a fire under their asses. Whatever happened to those kaiju is important, and we're going to keep fighting. And if we're going to keep fighting those things, I think we need to know more. I want you to go down to the kaiju science labs and talk to our field analyst, Dr. Sebastian. You know Stubbs. You talk to him all the time. If anyone there can cook up a workable theory, it's him. Get down there and tell him everything you know. See if he can give us insight into how the kaiju are evolving and why.
Yes, sir.
I like Stubbs. He's interesting. Weird, but interesting.
He
Always
is.
appreciate a man who knows his vehicle.
Roll. What would that check be? I don't know. Let me take a look at a.
Knowledge personnel.
Yeah. Knowledge personnel check. One of you two, if you have it.
I don't have anything like that, but I have.
You can just roll. You can roll knowledge. And it's skill proficiencies would be, your, let's see, beta.
4.
21. Rolled a 19 with a +2. Woo!
You know Stubbs. Stubbs is a bit of a.
Wait, who?
No, you know who Dr. Sebastian is, but Luke knows Stubbs and is friends with him, and he also knows Stubbs is a bit of a conspiracy nut. So just fair warning, Stubbs is can be a bit much at times.
You should probably let me talk more. He's my kind of people.
That's what I was about to say. All right.
Dr. Winston Sebastian, Stubbs to his friends. Right, it's a great name. Works in a long, hangar-like laboratory within the Shadow Dome. Unlike the other areas of the military complex, the laboratory is bright white, well cared for, and has walls covered with poster-sized diagrams of famous kaiju with biological and anatomical information denoted on each. Several scientists work here under Stubbs' supervision, trying to unlock the secrets of these creatures. You've met Stubbs before. He is a short, stocky fellow with a pronounced lip. Whose cane features the glossy steel head of a dragon. Bright eyes behind thick glasses shine as you approach, and his bellowing laughter lightens up the room. Ah, Spaldings! I heard you had some action yesterday. Any injuries? Need some patching up? What can I do you for?
Well, Doc, we ran into something weird yesterday. We thought we'd beat this grade 2, class 2, grade 2, whatever. And then it just changed. And the class 1 changed too. And they both got bigger, stronger, meaner, and I swear I saw it heal. Have you ever seen anything like that?
Nothing like that. I mean, the Mega Kaiju is the only other time we've seen something change, right? And that was when they merged together to become something even bigger and stronger. These things are a whole nother ballgame. They're biological creatures with unique neuropathy, brain chemistry, nervous systems, adrenal and hormonal systems. I mean, heck, their skeletal systems are different than ours. And if these kaijus, frenzied somehow during the fight, it could be an adrenal reaction. I mean, the kaiju are made on another world, right? And the two worlds aren't the same. It's possible that prolonged exposure to something in our world, maybe our magnetic field, maybe oceanic pressure, could cause kaiju to have a stress reaction similar to that of the human fight or flight response. Something that makes them mutate when their hormones are running high. If that's true, then bigger, higher category kaiju might be an even more extreme reaction. I'd need to study the kaiju you defeated to understand exactly what happened. He looks uncomfortable and rushes, and as he's been saying all this. But West and Kel's daughter, you'll need to talk to them. They rushed out of here right away, and they got to release samples for me to study. But I don't usually get things firsthand.
I know.
Roll intelligence. So intelligence, knowledge, history. And history would be the events of, the world.
Okay. Yeah, no proficiency. That's fine. 14.
Okay. Yeah, you're
Fixed my
you're
dice.
not sure. You're like, something's clicking, but you don't remember exactly why something's clicking in your brain. So, you're not you're kind of stuck. Are you guys gonna have any kind of conversations with him beyond this?
Well, he said he doesn't get things firsthand. Does that mean he's getting them black market, or is there a chance we could be able to procure something black market, or we know people who are providing things that they're not supposed to?
The best place to get things. So typically, Stubbs is not given any raw materials, right? He's just sent data. So that's what
Gotcha.
That's the thing. But you're like, oh, hey, let's go from there. So at this point, if you could get Stubbs samples, that'd be great. But the kaiju have been hauled off to the PPDC headquarters in Lima. You don't have access to them either, because kaiju blue, their toxic blood, they've got to get rid of that as quick as possible because it kills people.
Yeah. Hey, brother, give us a second.
All right. Good luck, brother.
So, Stubbs, if we were to find you some samples, would you be able to analyze it and give us some more information?
Oh, yeah, I could definitely
come up with
do
something to counter it?
Well, I don't know if we could counter it, but I could figure out what's causing it if I had some actual samples. Yeah. The data they send is just data, and I can give you some theories, but all I know is it's some kind of adrenal response. That's my best guess right now. I don't even have the data yet. They haven't sent it over.
Yeah, I wouldn't hold your breath. They're playing this one real close to the vest. Next time we go out, we'll see if we can. Well, I'll see if we can bring you something back. Otherwise, I'll put some feelers out with some people I know. Maybe get something a little faster. I'll let you know.
All right. Well, there is an announcement that there is a huge event coming up that's going to be taking place over at the Lima headquarters. You can. It's glitzy. It's glamorous. It's all about the cameras, rubbing shoulders with the rich and famous kind of thing.
Owen is literally already there. Summoned in spirit.
And so you've heard that this is coming up, which is an unusual timing because but not super unusual. The beta test just happened, so it's at that point where your next the next thing you guys might be able to do is get in on the is get over to Lima.
Okay, so what would the protocol be? Because we're like an active Jaeger team, but we only had 3 Jaegers in the bay. So would it be like, since we just went on a mission, the others would be on active right now, and we'd be on on leave?
Yep, you got it.
Unless something really bad happens, and all hands on deck. Okay, cool. So we can head to Lima without having to like ask permission.
Your military, it's best to ask permission.
Right, but we don't have to be like, I know we're on active duty right now. We need to get shore leave. It's more like we're on standby. Can we just head out?
Hey boss, can we go to Lima? Yeah, that's basically.
I was like, because that could be a fight I really don't want to have right now.
No, Marshall.
That would be a you
Lehman,
talking.
it proves it really quick and easy. He's like, yeah, just head over there. Don't worry, get through everything. Just don't bother bother Dr. West.
Well, there go my plans. All right, so yeah, anything you want to do before? I assume you're getting all dolled up.
Just putting my face on, brother.
If you just had the natural charm, then you don't need whatever.
Talent and brother.
Do you?
I tell you this every time. Talent and prep will take you farther than just talent.
That was big thunder. Jeez.
Yeah, it's raining here now.
All right.
All right. So
what's the first
are we
thing
expected
you do?
to be at this big event, or like as Jaeger pilots, are we expected to be at the event, or would Owen just be going because it's Owen?
No, you guys can.
Sounds
you
like
guys
we
are
would
more than
both
welcome
invited
at
for
the
this.
event. Yeah, you guys are more than welcome at the event. Things are great. You'll be able to do that. What are you guys going to do other than the event? Anything?
Before we leave, I'm assuming I would have some back channel communication method to see if there's any black market contacts that might have something from those recent kaiju.
Okay. Not yet. Your
It would be
contacts.
safer to do so off base. That makes sense.
Yeah, basically they reply, locked down, nothing yet.
Okay. Good to know.
Owen just puts in the full effort getting ready for the party. He is every piece of hair has been accounted for and brought to a desired length.
Okay.
I would check with our maintenance team. We had quite a bit of one of them at least on us from the melee kill. So maybe there was some little bit that could have been like stuck to the serpent. See if the maintenance team has anything.
It's all been scrubbed off. They're working on replacing panels and patching the acid burns.
Wow. They're playing this one really tight. Okay, yeah.
Well, at least she'll be ready for us when we need her again.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be all too soon.
Isn't it always? Rough seas these days, brother.
Let's head to Lima. Get you in your element. Maybe you can find some information the
easy way.
So yeah, I'll be playing more bodyguard and wingman here.
Well, brother, as I like to say, let us dance.
I definitely show up still in like jeans and a nicer t-shirt.
All right, what are you guys doing in Lima?
A Jaeger Rockstar. Like, why do I have to like be in a suit?
I'm in my full dress military uniform. By comparison,
this is not a black tie affair. It's a casual affair.
He's still in his dress uniform.
Okay. All right, what are you guys doing in Lima? Tell me.
The weird part is, I'm the one who blends in. What are we doing in Lima? Do we
making a good entrance to start with? Getting the camera crews on them for a mini interview that Owen gives us on his way in, and then starts attempting to find anybody who looks higher up in rank, who's excited to see him, who he can start chatting with. Maybe start working on some avenue for that information we're looking for.
I am assuming Owen has forced us to learn a coordinated, like, entrance thing. Like a performance to be like, yeah, we're the Jaegers. Jaeger pilots. This is
All
us,
right.
the Spaldings.
You guys,
We walk in doing like a co-op trick. So like we're walking leaning on each other, where we're leaning too hard for either of us to stand up. And we just walk in like that.
There we go.
one of the security guards rushes out and is just like, "Oh, welcome, Rangers. Welcome, welcome. Please have a seat. Dr. West wants to speak with you. You know, he'll be glad to hear that you're here. Just a moment, and we'll let him know you've arrived."
All right, that's even easier.
I usually am the one to not follow orders, but weren't we specifically told to not talk to Dr. West?
Correction, brother. We were told not to bug him. If he comes to us, there's not too much we can do about it.
I'll try not to punch him.
Yes, you will.
Yeah.
Shortly thereafter, a receptionist or administrative assistant comes down. Rangers, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you're here. Please follow me.
Hi, thank you.
You get in the elevator and you go up to the 14th floor. And Dr. West, and she leads you into Dr. West's office. And, if it wasn't for the fact that he was wearing a tie and a button down, as opposed to a t-shirt, you'd just swear everything about this guy was, Silicon Valley tech bro. Like, it just, he exudes that, hey, NFTs are a great thing energy.
Ew. I definitely want to punch him now.
And his office is decorated in a dark, masculine style. Burgundy carpet, tall, dark wood bookshelves, a mahogany desk with just a few drawers in it. There are texts on software design and biology and engineering packing all of the bookshelves. There is there's just a monitor and a keyboard on the desk. You cannot see the actual the actual connection pieces. But it is definitely, all that stuff that's hidden away. But behind his desk is a line of trophies on one of the shelves. And a golden plate. And when I say gold plate, I mean a gold plate that reads, Dr. Thomas West is sitting on the desk. Rangers, he says, standing up as you come in. Heroes of the day. Welcome, welcome. Here for the gala? Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Is there anything I can do for you while you're here before the gala?
I take in all of the decorations in the room and attempt to combine this into a little bit of an extra understanding of who this doctor is, as well as if there's anything that stands out to me as a good conversation piece.
Okay, sure. Really, everything I've described just kind of fills you in with who this person really is, right? You're like, there's something, this guy is, yeah. So, is there anything you want to ask him or go over with him? What are you guys talking about?
Hey,
I
Doc.
let Owen talk, and I'm just looking through all the stuff. I'm not touching anything yet, but I'm just seeing if there's anything that stands out to me of interest.
That fight today sure was gnarly, Doc. We got smacked around something fierce. Kudos to your systems, though. I don't think we may not have come out on top, amazing as we are, without your tools today you gave us.
Shield could use improvement.
Well, nothing is perfect at the start, brother.
That's good to know. I mean, and it's important because the PPDC technology is old and outdated. When the original breach was sealed, people stopped needing Jaegers. So the PPDC stopped updating them. scientists moved on to other things. After the breaches opened again, the kaiju started coming through, and the Jaegers weren't ready. You know, everyone saw what happened in Sydney. Those pilots, those cadets, they did their best, but it was a stroke of luck that the Jaegers managed to fight off the mega kaiju. We have to be stronger. We have to develop better technology and more weapons to train the best pilots. Heroes like you. Dr. West taps a pencil on the desk, trying to hide genuine concern behind a calm smile. Or the next time the precursors get an advantage, Earth won't survive. That's the battle we're facing. That's the reason why I'm pushing Catalyst so hard. And I'm worried that people like, Dr. Sebastian or Devil's Daughter would start stopping the advancements for some reason. They say it's in the name of caution, but caution will leave us unable to defend ourselves if this adrenal response turns out to be the next weapon in the precursor's plot to destroy the world.
Exactly, Doc. I'm glad that we're seeing the threat for what this really is. Why don't you have us help you out on this threat and make sure that we're all putting our heads together? What do you say?
When we get ready for the next test, we'll let you know. If you're in rotation, we'll have it all set for you. But for now, right now, enjoy the rest of the day. Enjoy the event. The gala is going to be wonderful.
Doc, it sure is, and I hope we'll be seeing you out there. But at the same time, Doc, you gotta think about it, that we've had firsthand knowledge. Don't you want us to work with you and review that together?
We've got all the data from the fight. We were gathering all the data. We've got it all. We don't really need much more. At this point, it's not going to be much more that we need from you. But hey, it's going to be a great announcement tonight. Huge event. You won't want to miss it. Well, if you'll excuse me, I do have some more work to do, as he motions you out his door.
In my perusing, do I find anything that looks like it would be pertinent to the situation in his office?
Not immediately. So you will be able. So the event is semi-formal. So jumpsuits or military uniforms. You won't be awkwardly out of place with anybody else around here. But you guys can, if you need something a little nicer, roll a persuasion.
Okay.
That's not me. Nicer for what?
You should probably put a blazer on, or maybe a polo.
Oh, for your persuasion, I understand what's going on. Okay.
Because a t-shirt is not a t-shirt and jeans is not sufficient.
It's never stopped me from getting in the door before.
Well, you could roll a persuasion to still get in the door too at the event.
Annoying.
If you need me to talk you in, little brother, I can. But at the same time, it may just be easier to look pretty.
I am pretty.
I know, but they don't.
Fine, we'll do this your way.
No. The military way.
Oh, God.
You get a what shows up is actually a spare PPDC uniform. It's nothing fancy. It's not as nice as the dress uniform, but it's just leaves you in basically what you'd see like Air Force personnel wearing around the base. Gray fatigue, basically a gray fatigue style.
This is so much worse. If they really understood style, they would understand that this might be casual, but, actually upscale casual.
You never know. So the event's happening literally across the across the road at the Crystal View Lounge, which is up on like up on the top of this like 10-story building. So not quite all the way at the top, but it's a big kind of mostly open air restaurant area, and things are going on there. And as you guys, so rolls me some perception.
But I'm bad at that.
15.
14 with a +0.
Okay. You notice that as you guys are moving around and stuff, you notice that Dr. Kettle's daughter is not here. So, yeah, roll a persuasion check for gossip.
You don't want me doing this. Persuasion for gossip?
Mm-hmm. Both of you just, your charisma persuasion.
10.
17.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, I have expertise in persuasion.
Yeah, you do. So this is we're going to call this a group check. Only one of you has to succeed because only half the party has to exceed on group challenges.
That's both good and bad.
As you two move around, you're hearing sounds like, there's Dr. West is further along in implementing catalyst into Jaegers than he implied when you first met him. And you're hearing that Dr. West's command of engineering is far more advanced than what he would seem to have, with being the biology specialist as opposed to the engineer on the project. And some people are talking about how Kettle's daughter and West were fighting, and you hear somewhere else that Kettle's daughter was fired after coming back to Lima. Then
yesterday?
You've got rumors that, but you also hear rumors that, Gia and Edriel are getting a divorce. You hear rumors that the two of you aren't actually brothers, but lovers. You hear rumors that Dr. West is planning to go solo from PPDC soon. You hear rumors that, that the Alaska Shatterdome base has been swallowed up by a Jaeger, or the Jaegers exploded and the base was destroyed. So all kinds of weird shit that has not been in the news, but also shit that's like, so all these different things you're hearing, it's like, which ones are true, which ones aren't.
So
I ask around the room a little bit to see if anyone has seen the doctor lately in the last day or so.
Dr. Kettle's daughter?
Dr. Kettle's daughter.
No, nobody's seen Issei in a while. She's been gone all day.
Wow. That does seem odd.
that doesn't sit right with me, brother.
Can't sit right at all right now.
Right. So,
Yeah, dress uniforms do that.
are you guys going to be doing anything else before the big speech happens?
I go and spread the divorce rumor a little bit more. Just because he can.
I can't believe I didn't even know. We fought them this morning, and
Everything seemed fine. It was so weird. She was giving him some looks.
Whoa. Okay.
I would be making the rounds and seeing if there's any of the seedier people in attendance.
Okay. Not really. Nobody that you'd have connection to. This is literally the rich and famous of Lima and some people from
That doesn't mean they're not
Mexico,
black
North
market.
America, and yeah. There's even a few African celebrities involved. Some movie stars from South Africa that you've seen around. So
Cool.
as things seem to be winding down for the evening, Dr. West gets up onto the band stage and clanks a knife against his glass. I'd like to thank everyone for coming tonight, and I hope you all have had a good time. Right now, I'd like to make one further announcement, something I'm very proud to be able to reveal tonight. You've seen how the catalyst systems performed in pre-existing PPDC Jaegers, but now I'm proud to present the next step in catalyst technology, a new era of defense for the Pacific Rim and all of the countries involved. A fully catalyst Jaeger, Fenris Aurora. And the curtain drops from a space that's in front of the other building, that's on the PPDC building. And inside it, there is a huge black and white and blue accented Jaeger. And more, you won't have to wait years to see this beauty in action. She is fully functional and even moving and being moved to the Auckland Shatterdome even as we speak. And I'd especially like to thank Vice President Margarita Vasconcelos for signing off on this particularly big check. Everyone laughs, and a older woman with gray streaks in her black hair raises her glass in acknowledgement. And Dr. West turns back to the crowd and says, "So everyone, here's to the PPDC and the final nail in the coffin of the kaiju threat. Catalyst!" Dr. West raises a champagne glass and gestures at the towards the Aurora Fenris, as that's all lit up as the jump hawks come down, clamp on, and start to carry it away. And with that, everyone starts to slowly leave the area. What are you up to?
Why would they unveil it here and then send it to Auckland?
I bet anything that we're going to get the call to head out to Auckland tomorrow.
Oh,
Wouldn't that be great? I don't like testing
Sure,
new tech.
I sure am curious of what the full new model can do.
you guys know that you guys know that it has to go to your Shatterdome first to be loaded onto a boat to transfer over to Auckland, because it is immediately in it needs to be transported by something other than jump hawks for that length of distance. So they've got to load it on a boat and get it going, but so odds are it probably won't be leaving until tomorrow morning.
Now I've got this mental image of it being in like an action pose, like on the back of a big like freight ship, and it's just like making
Jaeger,
its way
wait!
across the ocean. Everyone's like, "Did you see?" That's weird.
You forget to put the Jaeger back in rest position.
Action
Start it, guys. Stop playing with your robots when you're off duty.
Pew,
The
pew, pew.
it's got at one point it turns into the thinker pose.
It's
Yep.
just going through the.
Very slowly. Owen
You-
goes and does some carousing, enjoys himself for the remainder of the evening. Sees if he can find any attention that his rock star status would possibly endear himself to.
I
You're-
keep him in eyesight, but
You're getting all kinds of conversations and stuff and whatnot. But Luke gets a text from an unknown number.
cool.
And it says, meet me at such and such a cafe. Immediately.
I
And
wander
such and such a
over.
cafe is actually the name of the cafe.
Awesome. All right,
It
so
seems the owner has a sense of humor and watches a lot of, and reads a lot of silly online things where they don't come up with names for stuff.
your menu is lorem ipsum. Okay. So yeah, I wander over. I just sort of wait for a break in the conversation, and I nudge Owen, and I just show him the text, and then I head out. He can come if he wants.
Do you go with him?
Yes.
Okay. When you get there, you see Dr.
I'd go alone.
Kettlestone reading for you.
Got your back, brother.
Oh, Issei, been wondering where you were.
She looks tired and worried and clearly has not been has not slept since yesterday's fight. Like, she's definitely not doing great. She's just, I brought that prototype of catalyst to tech to Dr. West a few years ago. He was impressed by it. We worked on the thing together for a while, my hardware and his software, but in the last few months, as the project's gotten attention, he's seized control, taken credit, as you saw. Nobody even cared that I wasn't there. And on top of that, I didn't even know he'd gotten approval to build the Fenris Aurora until just before your beta test. I didn't know it was built yet. Just had approvals. I mean, the beta test hadn't even happened. So what was going on? I told him I had some concerns, but he convinced me to move ahead with the beta, see what was going on, see how it worked, and we did. And then during your fight, I saw what happened to those kaiju. I didn't understand it, but I saw it. And when I talked to Dr. West on the way back to Lima, I was convinced he knew what was going on.
What'd you
He
know?
pushed
Doctor?
me out. And when I pushed him about it, he pushed me out and fired me right then and there. He didn't even answer my questions. I believe Dr. West knows what is happening, and I think Catalyst is part of it. But I need some stuff that I can't get anymore. My key card's taken away. I can't even get access to the system anymore. You've got to. I need somebody to get in onto 14th floor and get the file titled Catalyst 3.4 Beta Test Result Log. Such is what I need. It's going to be important to make this happen. I can use the test data to prove what's going on. And you'll need a key card. There's only a few people who have them, but you can get a key card. Like security might have it. The secured lab, I don't know, but there might be something in the janitor's closet. I don't know.
Well, janitors can get everywhere.
She's exhausted. She seems to be rambling for like another 2 or 3 minutes on things. She does give you her password, saying, here. They probably haven't deleted me yet. It usually takes 3 or 4 days for them to do anything. and I was just fired yesterday night. So you could probably still use my password to get in.
Say, Doc, you wouldn't be happening to mean that other Doc is doing something shady here, are you?
Thomas is an asshole.
Something that's
We got that.
something affecting those kaiju from Catalyst? Are you telling that to us, Doc?
I think it's entirely possible. I need the data to find out. Without it, it's not going to come through.
Well, little brother, I never thought I would say this, but it seems like it's time to break some rules.
About damn time.
Okay.
We begin furiously planning on how to get back to the party, because we were just on the 14th.
And
right?
heist!
All right. So you guys can easily get your hands on either from Issei or other stuff. General layout concepts of the place. You need a key card. You need key card permission to get to the 14th floor because that's a secure floor. But any security person can get you onto that floor. You'll probably need another key card of some kind to get around upstairs on the 14th floor. The security card, or something, like a security access card to get through. One of the doctors up there would have it. There's probably somebody who works late. As it's getting near nighttime, you're going to be like, oh no, we're going to have to wait. It's getting near nighttime. No need to wait until morning. Most people are leaving already. So that's a good thing. There are 4 security cameras, one covering the elevator entrance and the floor to Dr. West's office, one covering the hallway and the door to the high security lab, and then covering the door to the fire escape stairs and covering the primary lab area. You've been provided with a you've been provided with like an 8 terabyte jump drive, because that's easily doable. To grab all the data you can, it's probably a bit more than large enough. So,
Okay. So you can either try and talk to distract, and I try to pickpocket a key card off of security, which sounds dicey, or maybe maintenance crew.
How about
Janitorial.
we check out the janitor's office, see if there's a key card lying around. Make it easy on ourselves. But yeah, let me take lead, brother. If anybody comes up, I will chat and distract and allow you to keep moving.
Sounds like a plan.
okay.
I'm running social interference.
All right. So, you guys
You might
need to
wanna
sneak.
change out of the dress uniform.
Hardly. We're still just wandering around from the party.
This could go interestingly. Your
This is
name
still the
on
same
it.
building as the party, correct?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, it's
this is
across
in a
the
different-
street.
The party was across the street, so they could see the curtains drop and reveal.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Honestly,
In that case, Owen changes into a tactical mech.
Tactical turtleneck. That's how you know
tactical
we're in business mode.
Okay, so there is in the evening, the PPDC building is largely quiet. Its tall glass windows are dark and still. Inside the building front doors, the big entryway has just got the enormously large circular reception desk, and nobody's there. But seated at the security desk to the side in a side office, you can see a bored-looking guard through the protective glass. The door to the security office is open, and you can hear the sound of televised soccer playing inside. And the guard is, the guard appears to be a man of about a man in his 50s. So you gotta get past this security guard, because there are also security cameras.
I approach. Is this an area that we could get away with talking to the security guard, or would we know that if he sees us at all, that's going to be bad news?
If he sees you at all, it's probably going to be bad news. But
Okay.
I mean, you could try and charm him.
I can't.
Charisma deception. You could try and charm him, or you can try and sneak past all the cameras and such and avoid anything.
I'm actually decent at stealth.
I've got
It's a group,
+7.
and these are group checks, so only one of you two has to succeed.
Okay. I say let's just give sneaking past him a go. If he's busy watching soccer, he's not going to be paying much attention to the cameras.
I like it.
All right.
So, stealth check.
Stealth check.
Okay.
Ooh, baby, 21.
17.
Super.
I rolled a
sneaky.
10.
You both passed, regardless. So that's great. You guys are not caught on the cameras. You can sneak through. You get up to the 14th floor.
Excellent. Do
Alright,
we see
so did
where?
we find a security badge? Or
You
would
ha-
we need to find one up there?
I should say you can get in onto the 14th floor without any issues. It's just you've got you can't get into any rooms without one.
Okay. So we were gonna go to the janitorial.
Oh yeah, janitorial office. Where's
Okay.
that?
So we would sneak there first before the elevators, or
All right.
not elevators because those always have cameras
Good point.
in movies.
So as you guys head down you guys sneak into the janitor's closet. You walk past a couple of unisex bathrooms, and the lock is a simple mechanical key lock for the janitor's closet. You'll need to pick the lock.
On
So,
it.
brothers, is this something you got?
Intelligence security.
Intelligence security?
That doesn't make sense because it's a mechanical lock.
Yeah,
that
that should be
should be
sleight of
Dexterity,
hand.
at least.
Yeah, it should be dexterity sleight of hand. That's a misprint in the book.
Yeah, I was like, but it's a physical lock. That sounds terrible.
Yeah,
I
it's a
mean,
simple mechanical lock.
if
Why
you
is
really
it-
want me to do security, I can. I've got one more in that, but it doesn't seem to make sense. I have
No,
a +8 from expertise.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so yeah, I'll do sleight of hand to pick the lock. Oops, drop the
'Cause,
die.
yeah, I mean, you could do security. It's up to you. And either one works, but
25.
Ooh.
25. Yeah, you get in. There is
18 on the die.
there's the standard yellow hand cart. The shelves are covered in cleaning agents and stuff. And clipped to the side of a cart is the custodial key card for the 14th floor.
For
It
the
says-
14th floor.
Custodial 14 on it. So it can get you into anything on this floor.
Alright, so I pocket that. And put on the uniform, just in case.
So you are now pushing around the yellow cleaning cart.
Yep, and Owen's inside it.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I love it. This is Scooby Doo.
If Owen's up for it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, for sure. Ah, great idea, little brother.
So you have two things that people asked for that would be here, right?
Pile of trash on top of you, just
You guys were asked to get the file by Dr. Kettlestutter, and so Issei wants that, and Stubbs wanted biological samples.
That's right.
So
I'm peeking out from underneath the trash, like in the dark, so that I've got like this kind of thing going on.
Did he want biological samples of the other doctors, or
No,
From
the
the lab.
kaiju, brother, of the kaiju.
The kaiju.
Dude, let me know if you see any. Let me know if you see any of the lab samples. Gosh, brother, how many martinis did you have tonight?
they were free?
They were free. What was I paying for?
Women.
Oh, the women's drinks. Sorry, never mind. Wait, well, if they were free, why did I have to pay for their drinks?
Oh.
Aplomb.
So you're coming out the hallway from the. Let me take a look at the map here because there is a map. So you guys literally when you come off the elevator, the janitor's closet is literally like you open the door and one side's the bathroom, the other side is the janitor's closet area. So you guys squeak your way out of that. You're still right near the elevator, which it was right.
We
next
would have
to
taken the stairs, but
which is right next to Dr. West's office.
okay. Perfect.
You sure you want to walk up 14 flights of stairs?
And avoid a camera in the elevator? Yes.
There's no camera in the elevator. The camera looks at the elevator and the Dr. West's office. But you rolled to pass those. You're hiding from those. It's fine.
Okay. Cool.
So
then yes, we take the elevator.
So as you guys pop out, you guys take a right out of that and head further into the 14th floor. And squeak, 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 squeak. As you guys move along, glancing around, you see like open work area and lounge space is what you first come along with. So there's a series of like private monitoring areas or private workspaces that are all like blocked off, like little quite open a room, go into small mini conferences. And on the right hand side next to the big windows, on the left is just the lounge small area. There's a little coffee nook and a door, which has a says Dr. Kettle's daughter on it for the nameplate still. And ahead of you, you can make out a glass-walled conference room. But beyond that appears to be the actual lab areas because there's not a lot of windows that you can see in from where you're at. But kind of like, the labs seem to be up ahead.
Okay. Under my breath. Data first or samples first?
Whichever's closer.
Data it is. So whistling a nonsensical tune, I just wheel us up to Dr. West and swipe the card, back my way in, put out the wet floor sign.
So, did you go into Dr. West's office or Dr. Kettlestutter's office?
Whoever's office we were supposed to go to.
Okay.
Because I thought that West had locked everything out.
Dr. West's office is literally closer to where you came out than Dr. Kettle's daughter's.
Okay.
So are you going to try Dr. West's office?
Well, didn't...
Dr. Kettle's daughter gave you her password, so you might want to go to her office and try her workstation.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. Then we would have headed there.
Okay.
Sticking my eye.
Roll in. Just a second. So it's empty. Like everything's been cleaned out. Like it seems like they've loaded up all of her personal items. The books all the books are gone. Everything's disappeared. But the workstation is still there. And in Dr. Kettle's daughter's office, you can see the actual computer. You see the desktop in the room. It doesn't make it look it doesn't look neat and clean as precisely as Dr. West's was. When you sign in, there's nothing on Catalyst at all. You can't find anything. It's like she never even had access to it anymore. Like somebody actually did go in and wipe the computer clean.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. West is the corporate sabotage type.
So where are you going next?
He's covering his tracks.
So I'm assuming we're now closer to the labs than we are to West's office.
Roughly, yeah.
So yeah, we'll see. Just swing by the labs, see if there's anything there.
Get some samples.
So there's the low security laboratory. It's just black countertops, glisten, and white cabinets give the lab a compact and sterile appearance. there's microscopes and centrifuges, but the north wall is just a nice clean window and half glass out looking further on into Lima. It's not as secure, it's not as well built up as the next room down, and everything there is empty beakers and clean vials. There's not even a storage facility. There's not even like a cold storage in that room.
All right. So I make a point of checking the trashes just to see, keep up appearances and then moving on.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dumping more on top of Owen.
Okay.
Oh,
Is that a syringe? Don't worry about
that didn't smell good.
Well, you've got
breath.
multiple bags, right? So you've got the yellow regular bag and the blue organics bag and the green,
yeah.
clean
red
bags.
biohazard bag.
He's in biohazard.
I start lining my little headspace with some of the bags to.
I need you to roll
separation.
a.
I definitely am dropping stinky things on top of him and smirking to myself.
I need you to roll a stealth check.
Me?
No, I'm sorry. I'm going to have you roll a persuasion check to convince people you're actually garbage.
Okay, so not
there is a doctor who is working in the lab here, and is very, very strict in adherence to codes, and she's like, she looks up and looks at you, but you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Garbage. 21.
So you've given I'll need a deception check from Luke, please.
Could this count as a
roll at
team?
advantage.
Can this count as like a dual team check? Okay, that's what I was going to say. As I give
roll at advantage because
first.
this is you're pretending to be a janitor.
That would be
And
a
a uniform.
15.
15. Okay. Okay. You do. She's a little confused because you aren't the usual person, and she says, "I'm sorry. Is so and so out sick? Is Jose out sick?" You can reply yes.
I'm just trying to think of how I want to play it. No, he is not out sick. They just needed extra help across the way for the big event. So they called him in and I had to move up a few floors. My work has tripled. It is very irritating.
We should not have to provide people for other companies. It is their job to provide their own cleaning staff. I swear.
Believe me, work order came from a West. I don't know who that is.
Yes, I know who that is. You're fine. Keep working along.
Okay, thank you. Do you have extra trash?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Rescuing people from more trash.
She's mostly just typing stuff up in the lab. Like she's at one of the few computer monitors typing. There's no papers around her or anything, so.
Okay, on the way out, I bump the cart against the door to make sure Owen is jostled and things fall more on him. And then we move on to the next one.
Okay. So you guys head into the high security laboratory. The high security laboratory door bleeps happily as the key card wishes in and out of the lock. Boop, boop. Inside, the high security lab is well lit, even at night, closed off with solid walls on three sides, and the full-length windows overlooking the city of Lima are actually you're looking at it, and that's not just safety glass. That's like safety glass, safety glass, safety glass, safety glass. Instead of being like 1 or 2 layers, it's like 6 layers thick, 7 layers thick, because it is a high security laboratory. And somebody has watched Mission Impossible movies.
Son of a
And the area is broken into five clear workstations, 4 of which are maximized for use with scientific machines. The 5th, at the southern end of the table, is a computer desk with a monitor and keyboard. There are cabinets with glass doors on either side of the office. Each door is sealed with a small key lock. There is also an area separated from the main room by bulletproof glass in a smaller room, about 10 feet square. Inside the glass chamber is a strange machine. It looks like a large generator churning and spinning with flickering energy rippling all around it. Roll a perception check, both of you.
Oh, this is going to go well. Yep, that's what I expected.
18.
5. I see the wall.
So what did you get, Nick?
18.
18, yeah. You're pretty sure that that room, you're just looking at it, just at a glance, that's an ionic generator. It's a catalyst generator in that room. There's a warning.
Catalyst.
If you climb out of the garbage and get any closer, you'll notice that there's a warning on the sliding transparent door of the small room within a room, identifying the machine as the primary Aurora prototype generator for catalyst. It is the first generation for the weapons and shielding that you have on yours and on Aurora. The warning on the door says that ionic radiation can be hazardous to your health, and if the door is opened, a building-wide alarm will sound.
Are there any like sample things around, like storage, in this lab?
Yeah, you'll need to pick a lock to get out the samples you're looking for.
I go about doing that. I don't know what to do about that room.
If one of you could make a computers check, in DC 15 intelligence check.
Well,
don't have that be me.
15.
Yeah, so if you're going to access, I had you make the check. Are you going to access the computer or one of the computers in the lab using the password you have?
Might as well. If it has the catalyst data, then we don't have to go to West's office, which sounds harder because it doesn't have a keyboard.
Well, it didn't have a keyboard. It was like a wireless keyboard, and the whole thing was encased. Yeah, sure. Very, very snazzy.
He's running it on a Mac.
It looks like a Mac, but you're pretty sure it couldn't be.
Right.
But no, in this one you do actually have access to the computers, but there's no sign of the file. It's not there.
Is there anything else with Catalyst?
But do a quick search, you actually find a little bit of other Catalyst data, some older stuff, like the Catalyst 1.2 alpha testing notes and stuff. And you're pretty sure that the transfer data from this implies that Dr. West's computer is the only place this information now resides.
He's super cagey.
Of course.
So you've got some samples.
Did I actually get into the...
Roll a... I mean, yeah.
Pick the lock.
It's not... You picked the lock.
Okay.
These are... I've seen you in real life do this. It's not hard.
Fair enough. And no.
Just
because our coworker locked
one of those file cabinets with the little handles that has like a cheap lock and the key's like 1/4 inch long? That's what you're looking at.
Something you can jimmy with like a paper clip.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay. And you have the tools to go. It's open. Yeah.
Literally carrying burglar's tools on me.
So you've got out some glowing blue bioluminescent samples.
Okay, I hand them to Owen and tell him to get back in the Don't
Owen never got out. You
drop
you just slide them into his view hole.
like Oscar the Grouch.
Owen got out a little bit, enough to get over and read the read the label on the door.
Oh, okay.
When you get over there, the samples start to glow red.
When we what?
He's near the generator. The samples start to stop glowing blue and start glowing red.
I wheel him away a little bit.
They stop glowing blue. They stop glowing red and start glowing blue again.
I wheel him a little closer.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
wow. It seems we've got our answer here, brother. We'd better make sure we get this over easily.
All right, so now...
Quick audible here. There is a dog that is in need. I will be able to hear everyone still.
Yep.
All right, well, I will make our way to West's office.
Okay. You get to Dr. West's office. You'll need to roll security to access his computer.
Okay, security. That is 15.
You cannot get in.
Can I see how his computer is wired in? To the desk or whatever. Can I find the tower, or is it like a...
Yeah, it's hidden inside the desk.
Can I open the desk?
Not quietly.
Is there any mechanism that we can find to release it?
Yeah, I mean, you could potentially, but you could try accessing his computer again. Remember, you always get 3 tries before the alarm sounds on a computer access.
Okay, so he's the type who's smart but arrogant. On his desk, is there anything that looks like it's moved frequently?
No.
Okay. Or like
the
a
desk
surrounding
is
area.
Spartan.
Okay. I'm wondering if he has written his password down somewhere, and
he's not that dumb.
He might be. Okay. All right, I'll give it one more try.
Okay.
And then we'll try and see if we can mess with the desk. Pour some blue goo on it. Oh, that's a nat 20. 28.
Hey.
You take a look around the room, and because you mentioned it, you're looking around the room trying to figure out how, if he's either foolish arrogant or just arrogant, arrogant. You decide to go with arrogant, and you type in his name with a couple of letters changed to numbers, and boom, you get access.
It's password, but with the A's as ats.
It's almost
dollar signs.
It's TH0M4S capital. So the T and the W are capitalized. W3ST, and then exclamation point. Because he's just I'm exciting. So exclamation point. It's that bad.
When you relay this back to Owen, he shakes his head hard enough that you can see all of the debris just turning.
Perfect. All right, so we're in.
You're in. You get the file, easily transfer it over to the USB stick.
Making copies.
Are you going to look around anymore on the computer, or are you going to get out?
Do you see anything else worth looking at, brother? Otherwise, I recommend we make our escape.
If there's anything that jumps out, like if there's anything about ours, the Rainbow Serpent, or about this Fenris Aurora.
Oh, look and see if you can find any data on our fights. See if we can check in with the status on our Jaeger.
Okay, so
yeah.
There's actually a a single there's a folder type titled personal, and inside it contains
Porn.
a ton of information and plans on his projected success upon leaving the PPDC. And he clearly is planning to take Catalyst private with him and to steal it from Dr. Kettlestarter, because Issei's name is not included at all.
Okay, copying all of that. But is there anything on the Jaegers? Or
All
just
of
on
it's
the systems
inside
themselves?
all of it's inside the Catalyst beta file folder. And that's
Okay.
zipped. You don't really want to waste the time expanding it, hunting through it right now. You just got to get it out.
Makes sense. We can analyze it once we're out of here.
Yep.
We
All
found the files
I
that
make
were
sure-
inside the computer.
It's one of the best villains.
There is a single note that that's immediately able for you to be found. If you're take any time to look through the data after you get out, because you guys snuck in, you snuck out, things are great. You just got to catch a jump. You got to catch a jump plane back to the Shatter Dome. As you're going through everything, are you taking Dr. Kettlestarter back to the Shatter Dome with you?
If we can do so.
Are we allowed to do that, or do we
sneakily.
You
have
can
to
always
sneak around?
take it. You're allowed to take guests.
It would also depend on
Sure,
if-
I take Dr. Kettle's daughter back as my own personal guest.
It also would matter
A little bit of arm in arm.
if
Obviously,
they
had a
know
good evening.
she's fired or not. But yeah,
I take that
Depends on who you
precaution
ask.
to bring her back on base like that in a low key fashion.
fair enough.
And so she pulls it up, and she's going through it on a laptop. And in there she goes, oh. She hands it over and shows both of you this note. It's the first thing in the beta test notes, the newest file. In final review of the Catalyst systems, Kaiju adrenal response, I determined that the Catalyst weapons and shielding can hold out against an enraged Kaiju. Therefore, the situation can be considered a non-issue. Not even important enough to report up the chain, despite Dr. Kettlestarter's complaints. I am certain that we can solve this problem in future iterations of the Catalyst project. And then, there is minimal risk that the Kaiju's adrenal response will cause significant danger to pilots or their Jaegers. It is simply a minor side effect of a fully operational and ready-to-adopt system, one that I can perfect after I found West Industries.
Well, he's a son of a bitch.
All right. I'm going to give this one to you guys.
Well.
Doc, what is Catalyst?
It's
An excellent
It's
question.
just an ionic generator. It produces ionic radiation.
What's
And so-
generating it?
The generators do it. Just throws it off. It was an alpha test, just a couple of years ago.
But if it's reacting, if kaiju matter is reacting to it, are you sure there's no kaiju component inside it?
Not in my initial build, no. But in the last 6 months, I haven't had much control. And that's when the responses started showing up all over the world. I don't know. I've got to pull up more data. There's a ton of information on here. But you've got to call you got to call Marshall Lehman and stop this.
Sure, we'll say we took a quick video when we noticed that reaction real quickly before we headed back. So we show a quick video of the sample turning red and then blue again. Did you encounter this, Doc, while you were researching?
This was I just started noticing this. I'm not frequently in the biology side of the lab, so when they're doing samples with kaiju stuff, I'm not there. Typically I'm just working on shielding, making sure the ionic generator isn't going to hurt you guys, is functioning properly. I'm an engineer, not a biologist.
West really was just primed to take this over, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. But
Well, you got the Jaeger, you got Alpha and Beta on the case now.
what are you guys going to do? Are you going to try and radio ahead to Marshal Lehman? Are you going to wait until you arrive back at the Shatterdome? What?
Oh, I thought we were at the Shatterdome doing.
No, you're in the jump plane.
Oh, we figured that out on the way back. Okay.
Typing away.
Okay. Okay. Here's the plan. What we're gonna need to do is we're gonna need to get you to the marshal's office right away. Fastest way to do that is gonna be for you to look like you're coming with me, and we'll make a little bit of a scene.
You need to stop them from shipping the Fenris Aurora off. The thing is loaded with this. If it goes into a fight,
Yeah, we had 2 systems.
are you've got to stop it from leaving your Shatterdome.
This is our fastest way to get to command.
Okay.
Without an appointment.
All right, so you take her. I'm going to take the samples down to what's his name? Who I can't remember.
Stubbs?
Yeah, Stubbs.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell him about the reaction.
All right.
And show him the video. So hopefully that. And then, I'm just going to leave him to do his research thing, and then I'm going to head to the hangar bay and see if we can lock down the other one.
Oh, perfect.
The hard way.
When you get to the hangar bay, you see the pod being lifted up to be set onto Fenris Aurora's head. There are alarms that started going off just shortly after you got done with Stubbs, and you're running up there, and you can see Fenris Aurora is being loaded up, as are the other 2 Jaegers from your Shatterdome.
Okay. So the other 2 are going?
So the other 6 pilots are all heading out. Not just the 2, like all 6 because their Jaegers are all in working condition. So
ours isn't yet?
Yours is not finished being repaired yet.
Okay. It's been a full day.
Yeah, they're repairing panels, fixing damage. It takes a while. Plus, you've learned the shielding is poor, and they have to wear radiation suits to not get hit with the ionic radiation from the damn catalyst systems in your unit.
Okay. Would it be faster for ours if they removed those? If they removed the catalyst units from? Okay.
No. No. All right.
Come back to me.
So we're going to cut from what you just saw. We're going to go back to Owen and Issei at the marshal's office as the alarms start to hit and people come rushing in. And
Did we successfully make it our way to the marshal's office?
You got to the marshal's office, but he pushes out past you and says that there's a kaiju alert. And starts running towards the situation room.
I follow after him. Marshal, sir. Issei, I have Issei with me. We need to talk to you, sir. There is something wrong with the catalyst. This is not going to go well.
I need you to roll your persuasion.
Does this still count as a party situation or other type of social event?
No.
Okay. That's fine. This is persuasion, correct?
Persuasion. Yep.
22.
But I'm going to give you advantage on your roll.
Okay. That's being the life of the party was going to give me. Even better, 26.
Okay. I'm giving you
Beautiful.
advantage because you have the trust of your commander.
If I had said it,
If you had said it, you would actually have a penalty. It'd be disadvantage.
it depends.
He,
Is he law enforcement or security?
he's a career military man.
Yeah.
He busts into the situation room after hearing what hearing the stuff about the situation, and demands that the Fenris Aurora be returned immediately, preventing it from launching.
The other two should not use their catalyst systems.
They don't have any.
Oh, they haven't been updated. Okay.
They have not yet been updated because they were going to be, but they did not have any anything installed on them.
Well, yeah, we did it. Thank you, Issei.
It's not over yet.
This
Still a
is
kaiju out there.
Yeah, but Owen can't help with that currently.
yeah, it's huge. This has never happened before. You guys, this is I'm going off the book right now because we've got about 30 minutes left of the story, and there was no way we're going to get through a second combat in this time frame.
Oh,
But
sure
did
we
pretty
can.
good. We did pretty good. So
Go out in the
when you
blaze
get
of
there,
glory.
you find out a Category 4 kaiju has risen and is on its way towards Lima. And the only thing they have available right now are the 2 Jaegers that are out there.
So a 4
It's up to
against
them
2.
to stop this giant thing without using any catalyst equipment.
How
Not easy. but
quick can
possible.
ours get fixed?
So there are drone Jaegers, and we're going to make this, we're going to have you guys assist by using drone Jaegers to fight the Category 4.
Oh, hell yeah.
Now, each of these are piloted separately, so there's no drift involved or anything like that.
We still do.
But I need both of you guys to roll. In this case, we're going to have you roll dexterity. Dexterity vehicles.
Okay.
So if we don't have vehicles, we just dex.
The straight dex, yeah.
12. Off a pretty crappy roll.
That
Well, I mean,
would-
your vehicles is 5, so.
Yep, exactly. It's boosting me up, keeping it into, bringing me back to decent.
I'm at 13.
I rolled a 5.
I rolled a 9.
Okay.
You're 1 ahead of me.
So you guys have taken mini command pods side by side with Lily, and you are just smacking away, fists pounding, doing minor distractions and like minor hits and damage against this Cat 4 kaiju. Unfortunately, Owen's drone Jaeger gets crushed first.
Ah!
Dang! And almost immediately thereafter,
Keep going.
Luke's goes down with the tail whip.
Damn.
But the sight drones do show that the two full Jaegers that were there managed to take it down within a minute of that, like just very quickly afterward. Those 2 drones were sufficient to distract it, while the other 2 did their damage. And it's at this point that the doors fly open and in storm Jaya and Adriel saying, "What are you doing? We had a new Jaeger to go fight this thing. What is wrong?" They've been off comms because they were called back. They've been off comms. And so
It would have gone red, and you would have
Since I've been out of the pod for a bit, yeah, I'm standing at ease, so I just whip my phone out and show them the evidence of the catalyst reactor turning red. You remember what happened when my team was out there fighting? Yeah, that's catalyst. Do you want that? Do you want that? Do you want that? No. No, you don't. You're welcome.
Good luck with your divorce.
That's your add-in, that's your add-in lib after Owen finishes.
Pedro and Gia look very confused at the divorce comment. They say, "Did you? No? Did you? No?" And then they both smack you upside the head.
I dodge. I roll with it.
And so
Yeah.
they
just high five.
the Jaeger,
My
the two
tongue.
Jaegers are brought back, and everyone is turning out and cheering for them to destroy this Category 4 and save Lima because it got to shore. Like, this thing was huge and started to do damage to the city. And they are just everybody's so happy. You guys are there standing alongside Gia and Edriel, and Marshal Lehman says, "Rangers, no, heroes of Lima Shatterdome, your bravery today has saved the city and the security of the Pacific Rim. We owe you all a debt of gratitude." And then he salutes the Rangers as they come out of their pot. It salutes the 4 Rangers as they stumble forward, exhausted, a little battered, and quite happy.
Owen, yells and cheers for him. Whoa, yeah! Way to get him!
And then we go find West.
West was there and placed under arrest
Good.
almost immediately.
We get to punch him.
We take time to look daggers at him as he's being taken away.
So what
He feels
happens? What happens here is the conclusion for everything. Stubb is there. He's working on figuring out more about these adrenal responses. He's you hear that he might have been involved in the team that accidentally created the mega kaiju. And so he's not exactly trusted, although he's professed his innocence the entire time. So him having access to the kaiju samples, those get taken away pretty quickly from him. But he's got some interesting theories he passes on.
I trust him.
Call me crazy, but it just seems like somebody who might have been infected with a little bit of kaiju drift.
Right? He's got some crazy conspiracy theories going on again, coming up with things.
He's got
Once.
the eye. Yeah. Yeah. Ron Perlman.
Pretty much. Dr. Kettle's daughter is offered directorship for the Lima for the Lima branch of the PPDC, and she's taking she's there leading not just the research into other technologies, but also trying to solve what went wrong with Catalyst. Because if something like that can be used, it would be really great. But so she's very slow, takes it careful, and works to find something safe and good.
Glad it's back in safe hands, Doc. And if you ever need another pair of test pilots, you know who to call.
Yeah. And you are actually do get involved in the testing and alpha processes around the Catalyst system, and it was moved back to alpha, and it was marked as alpha phase 1.3.5 in this test instead of beta 3.4. So it's kind of like, oh no, we're taking it way back. And is
Too
working
smart.
on removing those side effects. She's pretty sure she can get the shielding right, but it's going to take a little bit longer.
Also, that's a lot of energy bleed. This could be made a lot more efficient if you can contain it.
That's exactly what she's trying to figure out, because she's the engineer, not the power hungry biologist.
Which Scary.
Yeah. So that is the conclusion for the Pacific Rim adventure. We skipped over some of it. You guys bypassed some of it by some of the things you did.
We do that.
This will be up it will be up in a few days, maybe a week or so, onto the new YouTube, All on the Table. So it's YouTube it's the YouTube, but at All on the Table RPGs. And we'll have that available for you guys to watch. And then everything else is available for viewing on that channel as well. Currently, we have tomorrow the last episode for Run 1. So the last issue of Run 1 for Vigilantes Union Local 13 goes live on its reissuing on the All on the Table channel. As we move our videos, most of the videos and stuff we have off of the Transverse side of things. So we look forward to seeing anyone who's still watching with us, joining us there. We'll be back, and I believe Tuesday this week. Molly Hits Different, who runs the Concord show, will be starting a stream testing, doing alpha playthroughs of all the information we've gotten from the Tales of the Valiant write-up from Kobold Press. And so that'll be available. We'll make those available within a couple of days, hopefully onto the YouTube, but she'll be back here on this channel doing that as well. We look forward to seeing you there, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.